resulting in a safety. However, there was holding offense number 67. That penalty is accepted. 10-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
All righty. So fumble back into the end zone for a safety. Wow, this is, oh my goodness.
Okay.
So here's Spain. This is the hold. But wow, there's a lot to digest. Washington recovered the football, brought it out of the end zone, fumbled it into the end zone, which makes it a safety.
So this will be under review. Boy, this is a very interesting sequence. So the fumble into the end zone, and then the holding penalty.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
To give it back to the Bengals.
That was a strange sequence, and I think the Bengals are going to ultimately get a field goal attempt out of it. Speaking of field goals, Atlanta has just put one through.
That's 40 yards. I'm still trying to do the math, but you look like you're around right. 38.2. That's not. I mean, no one's 38 yards better than the second during a stretch that long in the NFL.
Hey, 599. 599.
I have to go back and make sure my math was correct. 3rd and 7. Blitz. Toss open was Brown, and he's not able to leap up and bring it back down. That was McPhee, among others, who made him get rid of it quickly.
Well, another miscommunication up front allows Tannehill to have to let go of this ball early, and he actually does a great job under pressure. The problem is he couldn't see the break. Brown runs an incredible route on the outside. The ball's a little high. But if you watch, he's got coming right in, and that's a great job. But to not hit him in the helmet. See, I got his helmet away from his head.
Watch Trevor Daniel. That was a struggle big time last week. And this one, not too deep, but fair catch at the 40. And watch out, Roche with the fair catch. And there's a scuffle going on the field here up to that 41-yard punt.
Showed us a vision of a new life, and gave us the power to claim it.
Wentz now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement
calls? The support we've had over the last month has been amazing. It's not just a work environment. Everyone here is
just a
family.
Little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
I wasn't going very far.
Sometimes I just forget.
1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Tackle made that time by Brandon Brand. 1-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Go to NFLshop.com and gear up.
Turkey can be fried
until one day turkey emerges from a vat of hot oil, crispy and juicy, glistening under waiting.
Now it'll be 3rd down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming the football, making it tackle. That's what we saw right there. Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. On third down, they go with Singletary.
Wow, my two linemen just ran into each other and didn't do anything except for block each other.
And it'll bring up fourth down.
Visit your Volvo retailer for special offers during our Holiday Safely sales event.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Phil, Nate Boomer, Coach Schauer. Scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
This to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's Dobbins. He wanted more carries, wanted a little more time. We're talking about that. There's another 11 yards for him. These teams, what starts they had to the season. Of course, the Titans went 5-0 and now have lost 3 out of 4 coming into this one. The Ravens were 5-1, but you see the little midseason slump on both sides. Ravens 6 giveaways over this recent span, and the Titans offense not producing the numbers it was early in the year.
Yeah, the Ravens is turnover driven. You know, they really had Pittsburgh beat overall versus just 4 turnovers.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run
Dobbins
pass
for
option.
another 5. The loser of this game today will, in all likelihood, be sitting out of the playoff picture as you go into Week 12. There's going to be some fascinating races. Your point earlier, there is one additional team this year, expanded to 7, but we had 9 teams coming into the week in the AFC, a record through Week 10. 9 of them with at least 6 wins, including these 2 tangling today.
Yeah, but I really think these 2 coaches are really good. And then you got Lamar Jackson, and then you got Darius Leonard. These 2 teams are in it till the end with the way that they fought. 2nd and 6.
7 yards there in the first
and Dobbins tackled and actually thrust past the line of scrimmage by Dickerson for another first down. And a gain of 7, yeah, it's going to change so much, but the winner of this game, again, will have what could prove to be so crucial. The head-to-head over the other team, if it gets down to that at the end of the regular season. This is the playoff picture entering the day. Again, you see the 7. Only one team gets a bye this year. Currently, that would belong to the Steelers.
Well, think about the difference between being 7 or 6. You're going to Kansas City, you're going to somebody else. You know what I mean? That's where all these games will usually get played.
Eric Jackson chased out. Gain of 3.
And you never know. Pittsburgh can't see how that plays out. Pittsburgh's schedule gets tougher. Baltimore played a lot of their tough opponents earlier this year. Pittsburgh plays a lot of those opponents later. You know, you'd always think, there's too far ahead. But you never know how this thing plays out. I mean, the schedule matters, and sometimes we forget that. You see people's record early in the year.
Where's Pittsburgh at 9-0 is playing right now in this window. At Jacksonville, that's 3-3 in the second quarter. But the Ravens and Pittsburgh, they're just a few days away from the rematch game. That'll be on Thanksgiving night. Ingram has returned to the backfield. 5th play of the drive. They've run it every down so far in this series. Going up top now. Going up top with a deep ball to the end zone, and it's broken apart at the end. Trying to hit Brown in the end zone, and Hooker was able to make up the ground and knock it away.
Well, you're going to see him go right up the middle of the field. And he runs right past the free safety. Brown, the ball just, it's almost similar to the one earlier, right? Just need to get there a little bit sooner. You have to throw it before he passes him. But what a great play design. They had a chance there.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not the way they wanted to begin things. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
Hooker did a great job getting back, right? But he got beat, ran by the middle third. You got the middle third all the way to the end zone. You got to protect the end zone.
False start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. It remains third down.
And there's Holden, the new guy.
Just is still trying to get acclimated to everything. And mistimed that one. Another defender that's been out there a while, and they hope to get him back. You know, this is Dory Jackson, been out with a knee. Yeah, he matches up with a lot of speed receivers, guys. He's got length. Here's a 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13, and in traffic, it's Andrews. Jackson's pass was on the money. Picks up 30.
That's caught, and again, it's Goodwin.
I mean, what a pass. You'll see Andrews, their #1 target, and a lot of people around. That's an incredible throw by Lamar Jackson. Perfect on the model, but watch this. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Let's just run every guy as far downfield as we can. I mean, that's an aggressive 3rd and 12. What was it, 3rd and 13? I'm telling you, that's incredible.
First down. Handle, Dobbins. Taking a few Titans with him to about the 7.
Right back to Sanders.
Like, they know you're throwing it deep, right? So it's like you should do it on 3rd and 2 and 3, taking chances.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 first down.
On Thursday to Lamar Jackson, 5 soon. What did he keep saying? Finish. Finish. That's what we got to do. Finish. They haven't the first 2 tries.
As you said, in the red zone.
2nd and 6.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
To Ricard. And he's tackled toward the end zone, and it's ruled a touchdown.
2 minutes remain.
Talked about finishing. Ricard just finished right there at the end of that play.
Coming up at halftime, we'll take you to a
Evanson unwittingly kind of pushed him across. 7-yard touchdown pass.
No touchdowns as of yet on either side.
Well, they got our 2nd touchdown of the season. Is he across?
Need to give the coach some highlights.
Looks like he landed on him, right? See the knee right now. He's down. It's coming back to the water. Bring it back. Not allowed to go for 2 yet.
The
previous play is under review.
And the Eagles have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off.
It's interesting. The Ravens' offense was on the field like they already knew he was down. It had been bound. They were the field a touchdown. I think they're going for 2. Maybe like this.
Hello, I'm Baker Mayfield. I'm Don. I'm not ready.
When you do keep it,
I had the defense. This is so good.
Now after the touchdown,
Paid a lot of money for this.
I rented movies at Blockbuster.
I used to wear jorts. That's right.
Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts.
It was the only sports drink out.
Now there's body.
I drink body on
Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
More meat ounces.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out and they were forced to take a short field goal.
and the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches are going to be short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuff there on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
You don't like what you see?
Rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. TJ Yeldon, the one he was looking for.
These dogs are going to show you how to install them.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
We do this all day.
And I think we will.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, first down.
Smart security.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Your kids have nowhere else to play.
Let him go get it, and he got it.
Why don't you check out Rocky Mortgage? From down payment to closing costs, it's easy to see what fits your budget.
Taking it just shy of the 10,
This is great.
the 11
Thanks.
to 12.
Hey, Larry, can I get an autograph?
Contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Come on, Dad, no balls.
If you need a home big enough for the whole team, Rocket
second and 6. A quick throw taken in by Diggs.
Okay, let's celebrate quickly what matters, presented by Walmart. Yeah, there was a lot of chatter before the game. Coaches ended up meeting on the Shield. First drive for the Titans resulted in a touchdown pass. Then Tyus Bowser out of the University of Houston with the interception to set up a field goal. Regard, they ruled it a touchdown on the field, but it's going to be, they're still waiting for the call from Alex Kim.
I think they're going to call it short. The biggest thing is if it's a first down. I think it was short of the first. I think it's third down.
After review, ball carrier was down short of the 1 yard line. It'll be third and half a yard at the 1.5 yard line. Please reset the game clock to 5:22.
They'll have to sort out there, so not only not a touchdown, not a first down.
2-for-1 situation. We try and get 2 shots to your
opponent's 1. Huge cost. You think you're automatically getting, you can see.
Another shot at to start the second
half.
No question, he's not short.
I don't know how they can tell where the first down is because there's no line over there.
Remaining in this first half as the kicks away. And a fair catch signal for.
Really close on that first angle to being enough for the first down, but nonetheless, Dobbins is the tailback. It's third and a little more than a foot. 1 yard out, Dobbins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
I mean, this is an incredible job on the inside.
Here's what you're facing. You're facing a
watch Orlando Brown. He plays here, and then you'll see Dobbins. See if he gets in right here.
Misdirection. You're only going to pull him for a second.
He's in. It's his third touchdown. He scored 2 in his first game, week 1. First one since. Dobbins for 2 yards out.
That's a great job. Ricard going through the hole, but Orlando Brown, yeah, they're going for 2 Orlando Brown made a huge hole there, and he is the biggest guy in this field, don't you think? I mean, Fluker's huge, too. These two are monsters.
Well, he'll be the biggest guy on the field until Isaiah Wilson gets a little time on the offensive line for the Titans, their rookie tackle.
Previous play is under review.
So you're reviewing, you can see the knee
goes a deep ball, end zone.
Is down with that one end zone angle where you can see under all the bodies. You'll have to stitch this one.
Watch that hole right there on that left side. 1-on-1 in the hole. Dobbins. Possible touchdown, Jim. Make the call.
Let's review it again. I think it holds up.
The second half is underway.
Did you know that Geico's hold 15 minutes?
This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Really? My first idea was in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
With 5G, and it's on AT&T, the fastest nationwide 5G network. Now new and existing customers can get our best deal.
Really?
Mom, AT&T has a deal for new and existing customers.
And they've had the ability to see what you've done.
They're going to make their adjustments.
So guess
Very
what?
excited on his
You
way.
adjust yourself
Word of
and
mouth
try and stay
advertising.
ahead of the pace.
It's what they did before commercials.
Separation.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on us.
Hit him with something else.
With the top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of the city.
I'll take Barkley.
That would help
Yeah.
open up this offense and widen
Yep,
his margins.
even easier than that.
That is not going to be any help as they dive in
Since we're all watching games at home,
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up the fourth down.
fighting spirit.
Going deep for Diggs. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield.
Good choice.
Almost to the foot.
Head and Shoulders gives you up to 100% dandruff protection.
I never do anything less than 100%.
Me neither. I make 100% of my leg days.
100.
My hair looks this incredible, even in 100% humidity.
I capture 100% of kids who fall off their bikes.
I answer 100% of my mom's phone calls. No, it's 100% a good time, Mom.
I use a 100 emoji 100% of the time.
I eat 100% of my green beans. 100% don't like them. 100% don't care.
Take it up to 100. Clinically proven, Head and Shoulders.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Buffalo.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
You'll see his knee right there. Dobbins, it doesn't hit the ground. It actually goes on Byard's leg.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Yeah, there's no way they were robbing Dobbins of a touchdown.
And they'll get this down
and now they will go for 2.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field.
That was closer than we thought. We're like, oh, he might have hit. And then you're like, Byard actually slid that right under there.
So they bring in Dobbins for the 2-point attempt as the tailback. He actually has 53 yards on the ground. Henry has 25 for the Titans, so the game's leading rusher.
So we'll watch the misdirection going one way, going back.
Throw it to him. And he's across. For the 2-point conversion. And Baltimore ups its lead to 14-7.
Quick throw here by Allen.
We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from AT&T.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
5G, and it's on AT&T, the fastest nationwide 5G network. Now new and existing customers can get our best deal.
Really? Mom, AT&T has the deal for new and existing customers. Oh, I will.
So what'd you say?
Wrong person. Got it, bro. Very excited and on his way.
Word of mouth advertising. It's what they did before commercials.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on
Take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let
this
you
is
feel like you're
why
in control
Dobbins
of this game.
was
Even more
drafted
so than a 2-touchdown
in the 2nd
game,
round by the Ravens, the running back out of Ohio State, showing a lot here in this game.
Well, they're starting to use him a little more, right? Like it was Ingram a little bit last year, but Dobbins is giving him some juice, and you see he's got that finish that they talked about. You were saying with Lamar, and that's what you want out of these guys, and sometimes the extra effort gets it done.
This Philly offense set
This
to
will
go.
not travel to the end zone.
Almost through 3 quarters of play in this passing game.
Steps up at the 5 and to the 25 it is. Tennessee looking for its first down since their opening drive, touchdown drive. That was a wicked shot too. As the pandemic peaks worldwide, doctors are saying the problem among patients post-infection, plus what are researchers finding out about how long, how well we may live. Don't miss an uplifting 60 minutes tonight on CBS. So no first down since their opening drive that resulted in a score. Bootleg time. Tannehill was swaying out in front of him, throws a block. Sidesteps one defender, and he's got a big game.
That's Tannehill. I mean, really, the playoff game, it reminded me of a little bit, right? Where it's like they really went to Henry a ton. He only threw 14 passes. Didn't need to, but he ran for a touchdown. And great job to point out right here. No one's up to block him. It's a little subtle, right? And then, whoop. Yeah. Swap, whoop. Worthy of that. 21 yards. Longest run of the game by 13. As Henry gets it near midfield. And you see why both these teams are dangerous.
And he just gets rid of it.
You know, as the season goes on, there's Queen down.
Nobody open, now 2nd down.
That's a big one for him, too, there.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd
He's got
quarter
a bright
action
future.
from Philadelphia, PA.
But what they did, taking Dobbins in the 2nd round, they took Queen the first.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Round 1, oh, the helmet came flying off. He got kicked in the face.
Coming out, they got 8 yards there. Welcome back. We are in the city of Philadelphia. It's been a very highly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Bills
in 30 seconds after this
only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Russell Street this year. But trust us.
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
This one has a setback record.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case,
Those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Thankfully, the rookie hops to his feet, heads to the sideline, shaking up for just a moment.
Play going for 16 yards
Cleats
to
in your
start
face. That can't feel good.
Does not feel good. Harrison comes in for him.
40 already, and another 1st and 10.
14-7 Ravens. Again, having put up only 12 points in that divisional playoff loss against these Titans. 14 unanswered, in fact, in this game, and now the Titans offense trying to rekindle things that they had at the start.
Into a nice run, and a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
2nd and 7.
Great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Pass behind Corey Davis.
Pretty good about getting that type of a gain.
And Tannehill knows he was open.
Yeah, and this is where they get those chunk plays. Doing a great job by Baltimore, but watch. He's going to play action. These guys go up, but he's going to come over here. The guy to watch is Humphrey at the bottom of your screen right here. He reads it, comes off. That right there makes Tannehill throw it behind him. He could have kept throwing it up front, but he saw Humphrey coming back up to him.
Another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Missed on his last 3 after hitting his first 6.
It's Sanders, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down to 26.
Browns without a catch. Davis without a catch.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
And that was incomplete, right between actually 2 Tennessee receivers. And they'll bring back out Daniel to punt for the 2nd time.
Well, 1 for 4 on 3rd down. And that's the thing we said. Godwin gets that pressure up and makes him throw this. Another time, half a second before you need to on that route, but that's the game plan. We said in the report, right? You're not going to win on 3rd down, Tennessee. You have to win this game on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, they run a fake. They run a fake, and the pass is complete.
Oh, I think you got it, Jim.
Oh, my goodness, what a throw by Woodside, the backup quarterback, to Westbrook Akina. And let's see, they're going to have the spot looks good.
That was a strike on the sideline. Might not win 3rd down, but 4th down, you got a chance. Watch this, just a comeback. And it's great defense, but look at them stick that ball out and his foot. Even if they said it was short, that's going to be a 1st down. Right?
Yeah, where's the ball? Where's the ball?
That's a 1st down.
So the special teams beleaguered in recent weeks, and Tennessee comes up with a big play, huge play.
And that's crazy. Everyone knows you're going to fake it from the 50, right?
There's Henry down to the 40. It's got to be on high alert.
High alert right there. And it wasn't 4th and 3. I mean, watch this throw. Woodside.
Yep. Woodside, the backup quarterback out of Toledo.
He got a lot of space to throw that in, didn't he?
He knows it, too. He's first down on the throw. Queen is back in for the Ravens defense.
With a great catch.
Yes. And ball control. Ball control.
A bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the
2nd and 7.
Here's the execution. Working
and that's Brown unable to hold on to it and incomplete. Again, Brown, who's such a presence, at least he was up until last week. I believe he had only one catch last week. No catches so far today.
He's going to have to get the ball to the flats. Watch the flat right here. On the right side and the left side. What they're doing is they're making you throw because they're so good at these balls on the inside of the numbers there, Jim. They play action and these guys inside get back.
Here with just under 40
He had
seconds
time
to go
that time. Tannehill needs to start checking the ball down to the flats out by the numbers.
That was L.J. Ford who knocked it down. 37.
At the 38.
McNichols flanking Tannehill. Need to get to the 34 for a first. Stays in the pocket, and again it is dropped, and that has been an issue with Brown recently. We have a flag, and I believe it's going to be roughing the passer.
I think you're exactly right. And you called it. Brown's got to come up with that catch.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 90, 15-yard penalty. First down.
McPhee tacked Tannehill after the release.
Here's a 1st and 10.
Well, he did it. You know, he comes around, and you'll see it come right in your screen right there. You can't go low on quarterbacks. Not in the pocket. Got to be out running if you're doing it. Protected, and that's going to get called every time. Unless someone pushes you into him, right?
Didn't see any evidence of that.
No, that's a penalty. McPhee's trying to say it's above the waist.
Yes, that's what he's trying to say. It wasn't low.
It's kind of low. I'm always siding with the quarterback, though.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to protect Lamar on the other side, Tannehill.
You still feel those hits even up here in the booth, don't you? I see you cringe.
No nightmares there.
So the Ravens defense been penalized 54 yards, 15 there, the 39 on the first snap for the Titans on the pass interference call.
3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
They go back to riding Henry. And he falls sideways to about the 22.
And these drives, you know,
at the 4-yard line. First play,
the longer they go,
the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
It wears on you as this game goes on. The number of plays, the way it...
Yeah, they're going to run a play here before the 2-minute warning.
They try to get forward, but he's going to be
ball control game, field position, turnover game, and the 4th down sneaky play by Vrabel.
Yeah.
You get him the ball back, which is the same as a turnover the other way.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
When I was in high school, this was a theater I came to quite often. Well,
the support we have in Boston is amazing. It's not just a work environment. Everyone here is family.
If you are ready to open your heart and your home, check us out.
We thought for sure that we were done, and this town said not today.
God showed us a vision of a new life.
He's sliding.
And gave us the power to claim it.
You can't pick the ball up.
Available now.
Write your Viking saga on the all-new Xbox.
I wasn't going very far.
I had 2 blockers on the front too.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
A son once returned home from afar and gave to his father a gift. It wasn't a thing of great meaning, but a thing of quality and purpose. This gift was used well. And over 40 years, this thing of quality, of purpose, became a thing of the heart, a thing of a son.
Yes, new Tuesday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
There's the crew back in the studio. Phil and JB, Coach Cowher, Nate, and Boomer getting ready for the Bryson halftime reports.
Trying to tie this up before the half with a touchdown.
Is this red zone or no?
No.
Not till the 20.
Not till the 20. They got Jonnu Smith in the backfield. There's Smith. Now it is.
Okay, just so you know, NFL
right tackle. There he is. He's going to be your extra blocker up front since they're down the tight end. They bring in Hassenauer as well. And again, Snell rips through. Touchdown, Steelers. Steelers add to their lead on a 1-yard touchdown from Benny.
Oh, strike zone. Oh, this is a green zone. It's like one of these areas people talk about.
I tell you, Smith thought he had the first down. He didn't. So that was a 3rd and a foot play. What do you call that?
Patrick Queen was in on that tackle. Good to see the rookie not injured after the helmet got flipped off. Watch this wild play. Taysom Hill takes a deep shot, basically an arm punt, and Emmanuel Sanders loses his defender who didn't know where the ball was. Then Sanders loses the ball. Atlanta scoops it up, and they think they've got a fumble recovery here. Watch it one more time. Sanders was touched, just grazed as he was right there, he was grazed on his back. I saw a slower motion replay than that, and he was touched down. So we're going to have a review here, a booth review under the after the turnover, an automatic review on the turnover. Right there, you can't see it from that angle, but Keanu Neal touched him on the back, and I think this is going to get overturned. I think it's going to be a Sanders completion down to around the 15-yard line, and a Saints 1st and 10 in the red zone, but they're reviewing it at the moment.
Henry cuts, collides, no gain. And another timeout called by the Ravens.
Well, this is big ball.
Okay, what we told you was true. The booth review did reveal that Sanders was touched down, 1st and 10 from the 13.
Is going to go up the middle for a yard or so. That's about it. So they...
Watson finds Duke Johnson. Cuts it to the middle of the field.
See, that's not a problem with 3 timeouts. So get all the yardage that you can.
Was your starter. I wouldn't expect to see many quarterback powers this afternoon. I mean, he's talked about not taking unnecessary hits, and I don't think Pete Carmichael or Sean Payton are going to put him in a position to take any unnecessary hits.
On the fake, Hill on the move, pumps, looks going to roll, and then is taken down from behind. Tuioti Mariner had good pursuit, and then Bleedy Ray Wilson.
Yards, rushing yards, passing yards.
2nd and 10. Ngakoue got a hand on it. Traded just 3 weeks ago from Minnesota to the Ravens, and he made his
old tricks. Now you know what I mean. 2-minute warning from New Orleans.
That ball came out momentarily on Taysom Hill, but he was able to gather it back in, so the Saints retain possession. We have 3 teams that are in the red zone right now, including the Houston Texans, 2nd and 6 from the 14-yard line here, trying to extend their lead. Romeo Crennel coaching against Bill Belichick, former teammates on the coaching staff for New England, former fellow assistant coaches under Bill Parcells for the New York Giants way back in the day.
For the fired Bill O'Brien. 2nd and 6. Watson all day, dancing around the pocket, on the move, rolling left, fires, end zone, caught for a touchdown, but there are 2 flags down. Let's see if this one stands for Brandon Cooks.
I think Titus Howard, number 71, the big right tackle, was open down the field too far.
An eligible member of the offense, number 71, downfield illegally. That penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. 2nd down.
So take the touchdown off the board. The penalty on the right tackle, Titus Howard.
You know, you hate to fault Titus Howard here because he's probably thinking nobody could survive that long behind the line of scrimmage. Not even Deshaun Watson, so I better...
Yeah, that's tough. Deshaun Watson, that's part of the double-edged sword there. He can keep a play alive longer than anyone, but it's tough for the offensive lineman to stay disciplined and not try and go downfield to get a block when they think that they're scrambling quarterbacks. He is trying to scramble for yardage.
Timeout. Inside 2 minutes.
Oh, inside 2, you're right.
That's incomplete to Smith.
Watson fires to the 5. It's caught. Brandon Cooks reels that one in. 1st and goal for Houston.
The sideline for the Texans are telling the Texans, go fast. Let's go. Let's move it.
14-yard pickup for Cooks and 1st and goal.
He's 12.
Watson rolling right. At the 10, throws across his body and throws it away. Good play.
49, and this is right at 40. Daniel on the hold, and Gostkowski. So trusted for so many years up in New England, and rightfully so. He drives it through. He's had some big kicks, too. It's been
hasn't out of the 2-minute warning timeout. 3rd and 6 for Taysom Hill.
To the bottom of your screen now on a 3rd down and 6. They can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown, and that will be close, should have it. Jared Cook, the tight end, right at the marker. It looked like he had it from up here. And he does.
Good quick throw by Taysom Hill right there because...
For the 10-yard line, you've got 20 yards, which
you can manipulate and work these defensive backs.
Second and goal from the 10. Watson, pass is caught just shy of the 5 by QT. That is
as opposed to on the white or inside the 3.
Ruling on the field of a first down is under further review.
Well, see, Atlanta called a timeout there, and I wonder if that was just kind of an extra impetus to make the fellas upstairs say, hey, you know what, let's look at this, because they can't challenge inside 2 minutes.
When you're looking at Jordan Akins, who goes 6'4", you have Darren Fells, 6'7", former basketball player, and then Farrell Brown, 6'6". Those are big targets and hard to match up against.
Right before the half in the Cincinnati-Washington game, Randy Bullock from 53. Bullock missed earlier, but he's true on that one. Bullock with the field goal to put the Bengals up 9-7. Washington's still in play for the NFC East. Everybody's in play for the NFC East. We've got the Dallas Cowboys coming up in the late window today. Philadelphia, the leader right now, is losing at the half, 7-0 to the Cleveland Browns. So the NFC East, maybe not pretty, but certainly in play. Watson buys some time, throws to the end zone, and it's caught. Kiki QT. Just his second career touchdown. And the Texans take a 10-point lead.
Talked about that.
Looks like maybe he got it.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent point. Dean taking me back to my TV.
Okay, first and goal for New Orleans. On the right side of the screen, it is a first down in the red zone for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You had Chase Claypool on a deep pass get pass interference against the Jags. So, no, not red zone, but field goal range here. Just 9 seconds remaining here in Jacksonville. We'll go back and forth, Steelers and Saints.
Thinking everything into your thought process. Still have time for one shot at the end zone here with 9 seconds left at least. Roethlisberger steps up. He's end zone intercepted. Jacksonville gets it back with Daniel Thomas. And Thomas working the sideline as time expires in this first half.
Those weapons is in at quarterback. Kamara back with him. Michael Thomas has been his top receiver today, bottom of the screen. Hill going to give Kamara bouncing all the way in for the touchdown.
Boy, scary there for Traquan Smith. You know, kind of engaged in a block. Good thing that his feet actually kicked. They released out of the turf, but that's the one thing you have to do. And it's hard for the receivers on the outside, but if the play has the potential to come your way, you know, just kind of, you know, when you're blocking, keep your feet moving. Don't get your feet stuck in the turf. But boy, that piled up on the back of his legs. It looked like it could have been potentially, you know, something really scary for Traquan.
Thankfully able to walk off as Alvin Kamara, his 50th career touchdown, and this is 7th game against Atlanta. First time he scored against the Falcons. The new horizons for Kamara, who's had a sensational year, really in the MVP conversation. And now relying on even more with Breeze out of there. Take a look. See if he indeed got in. Let's see. I don't think it's
Take another look just to make sure that Kamara stayed up. It looked clean in real time. A little stumble there, and then did anything go down when the ball was going over? Well, they'll take a look at it there. Look at Cincinnati. They got the football again. Randy Bullock just hit a long field goal. Can they get about 5-10 more yards and get him another field goal shot before the half?
Have the field goal attempt.
Third down pass. It's low. It's taken by Boyd. Boyd will get out of bounds, and they will indeed stop the clock with 4 seconds left. Little game rewind. We have not been on Washington's offense very much. They do have a touchdown in the first half, but other than that, not doing much. Tipped and picked. Alex Smith in his second start for the Washington football team. Had a career high last week in that game against Detroit. 390 yards for Alex Smith passing last week. But today, a little slower going, and Randy Bullock back out for another long field goal attempt, trying to put the Bengals up even further.
This would eclipse that from 58. Everything on target, and the kick is no good. Boy, it had the distance, but a little bit wide right as he hits that right upright for the second time in a half. And the Bengals, despite moving that football up and down the field.
And that means that 6 of the 7 games in the early window have gone to the half. This is the only game with time remaining in the first half, and you're going to have Matt Ryan in a 2-minute drill in the NFC South matchup between the Falcons and the Saints.
So now what does Matt Ryan have in store for the Falcons? They've got 2 timeouts at their disposal. Ryan so far 9 of 15, 117 yards passing. He's been pressured quite a bit. And he's been sacked 3 times. That's really been the story from that perspective. And Atlanta will start on their own 25. Why don't we check in with Chris Myers?
Chris Myers here, coming up on the Verizon halftime. Reggie Bush, Charles Woodson, and myself, we're going to take you through all of today's early action, including the rematch of last season's divisional round playoff between the Titans and Ravens. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime.
All right, Chris, look forward to that. With you and the guys in the first half for Atlanta, they've moved the ball, but they have not been able to punch it home. Younghoe Koo has been their star, and Julio Jones remains on the sidelines now in this 2-minute drill. Saints back off the blitz this time, and Ryan throws it underneath and has a completion. It's Ridley. And the ball comes out, but they say no. Ridley was down. The whistle blew. That play is over.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
Calling their final time,
and we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
So Julio Jones, we're told, Pam Oliver tells us, tightness in his hamstring.
Better be safe than sorry. See how this game goes. He had it earlier this year. It's been a chronic issue for him during the course of this season. And I think it's one of the things that everybody was concerned about coming into 2020 was the soft tissue, because you didn't have the time in the offseason and OTAs and training camp to kind of build that endurance, kind of push that muscle, and he's really struggled with it this year. So it's a smart move because he's already had it, and if you go out and you do something to it, you could lose it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, he plays through everything. You see they're trying to fight through it.
He's going to hope that is not a sign of things to come. They're welcoming to this ballgame. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
But it doesn't matter. We saw him earlier in the game on a bull rush. This time it's a stunt all the way down inside, a 2-man stunt, and he's athletic and quick enough for Hendrickson to get to the quarterback.
Using their timeouts again, some pressure. Ryan is really under heavy duress in this first half.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right side of that line.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
So what's the answer going to be for Atlanta with all this New Orleans pressure? Again, 3 sacks already, but really, since the first series, I can't remember too many dropbacks that Matt Ryan's actually had a chance to survey the field.
No, hasn't really had a clean pocket. Has been forced to scramble.
Holding. Defense, number 58. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
They get a break. Quan Alexander on the penalty.
To the shotgun snap to Allen.
But just to talk about that pressure, and we saw Trey Henderson go one-on-one. Here he is on the outside. Here, watch him all the way back inside.
Great way to convert on third down
that's
there.
the
21 yards
that's
to
what
play.
they're dealing with right now. You pointed out Matt Ryan. Not a whole lot of time back there in the pocket to read the field.
Hendrickson coming again. Ryan unleashing far side for Ridley. Incomplete. He was open. He got by Jenkins, but they could not hook up. It'll be a 2nd and 10 with 51 seconds to go.
And it just feels like everything short, everything medium, it has not been there. They've covered that well, and he's had to hold the ball, pull the ball down. You can see here, trying to get him out of the pocket, change that launch point on a couple of occasions, and it hasn't worked. And he's been on the ground, he's been scrambling, so great job by this front.
He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Coming up on the end of the half in New Orleans, the second half is just underway in Cleveland. The Browns and Eagles played the first half this year as
less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield.
Stop the clock. The Browns and the Eagles have played the first half of the season with no offensive points. Only a pick six is the only touchdown on the board for the Browns and Eagles combined. 7-0 there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
You want to play physical, you want to do all the techniques, all the details. You get me on fire, you got to let him go. You got to let him go. And right now,
about to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
You don't have to take chances on penalties. The holding penalty
him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
38 seconds ago. Again, Atlanta has 2 timeouts. They've got time here.
On 2nd and 9.
They can get all the way down. They've got an opportunity.
Hits his running back, Tevin Coleman.
They get a touchdown.
They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Clock keeps moving.
More pressure. Ryan. Interception. No, it's incomplete. Jenkins had his hands on it, trying to get it to Blake. And it falls to the ground harmlessly.
I thought Janoris Jenkins had it. Watch at the top of the screen, but it goes right through his hands. Understands what route is coming.
So
that's great.
1st and 10 now.
That's a great no call right there. Both guys battling for that. You have a right to get to it.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
See the hair there. The hair is
any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they run that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They use great leverage, help their spot, and stack them up.
Cam Jordan gets
on 2nd down, Mostert.
Sack today, and it knocks him out of field goal range.
Not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Is taking out of the opportunity to kick the field goal. And just held it way too long. Everybody's downfield, but everybody gets to the same spot. There goes Hayden Hurst. Now, you watch this right side of the field, Russell Gage, Hayden Hurst, and one other receiver. They end up within about 5 yards of each other. Matt Ryan has absolutely nowhere to go.
First down line at the 34.
So the Falcons called their timeout here with 3 seconds left. On 4th down, the idea is, well, you can get off one more play. You can either do a Hail Mary or
from the gun, a run with Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
This would be a 65.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing that hasn't been working.
Barring a penalty, last play of the half. Blitz is coming. Ryan rolls away. Just going to launch it and loft it towards the end zone. Down there into coverage, and it's intercepted by Marcus Williams. Williams has it. He's going to come out. Why not? Tries to get a block taken down out around the 20. And that
so they come up first and 10 now from the 33.
And fittingly, by the Saints, there is a penalty flag back on the 16-yard line or so, and I wonder if that's on the tackle. Williams
Here's the
coming
toss
out.
play right to Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
It will extend the period to one
that
more
really
play.
sets them back. A loss of 6.
This defense is really throwing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. 15-yard penalty is headed to the end of the run. Something else in order to try and get this running game going.
You know, horse collar.
Second and 16.
Inside the pads or the nameplate.
Yeah, that wasn't a horse collar. He had him by the jersey, and it is legal to grab a guy by his sleeve of his jersey and rip him down. The visual didn't look like a horse collar, though, in live speed. I understand that. Okay, second half action. The Eagles have done nothing on offense. Carson Wentz gets sacked right there. Philadelphia had 5 drives in the first half. 3 punts, a fumble, and an interception for the Eagles in the first half. They had 0 points.
Doesn't matter. We're not going to try anything anyway. And the Saints say they're going to go to half with a 10-9 lead. And Taysom Hill is quarterbacking the play
now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Okay, so halftime finally between the Saints and the Falcons, and that one's a close game. Expected to be that way probably in the second half. 7-0 here. Will any offense score?
On the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
12 years old. The last time the Browns beat the Eagles, that was before he went to St. Joseph's Prep in Philly. That was before he was an all-Ivy League defensive back at Penn. That was before 14 years as a Minnesota assistant.
From here, but instead they're going to go for it.
On top of it, inside the 20.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to
We're going to go to the triple box. You can watch the replay of the fumble in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, upper right-hand corner of the screen. Pittsburgh and Jacksonville just beginning the third quarter. That was the first play for Pittsburgh. Bottom of the screen there, momentarily we showed you the Titans and the Ravens. They are kicking off into the third quarter as we speak. Tennessee will get the football first, down 14-10. Pick by Roethlisberger at the end of the first half.
Wisnowski to kick off forcing for
here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown
for the Steelers. Anthony McFarland, like Tomlin said.
That'll be a little too hot to handle. It'll skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
McFarland gets blasted. DJ Hayden came over to make the play defensively.
All right, Pittsburgh still a little bit of ground to cover. You've got the other team that represents the Keystone State of Pennsylvania in the red zone after the turnover. Let's watch Wentz and company.
Welcome to the NFL moment very well. Cox remembered it too. He knocked it away from Mayfield to set up the Eagles in the red zone.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Grab of the year for Richard Rodgers.
Right here, and if it's a long play, so
Get a look at the replay. Fletcher Cox celebrates the work he did in forcing the fumble, and Carson Wentz, the first offense to score any points today, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Browns, of course, I'm talking about. Touchdown, Richard Rodgers, extra point, and tie it up at 7 apiece. We're going to check in now at M&T Bank Stadium, where they were allowing fans, a little bit of fans in previous weeks. However, with an outbreak of COVID in and around the Baltimore area, the state of Maryland, they have changed the restrictions there. There are no fans allowed today at M&T Bank Stadium.
He's looking at the line. He's trying to figure out which one of these guys are we blocking. We'll block those guys. But if anyone else goes, okay. Oh, no, they got one extra.
It's Jayon Brown.
Dumps it off.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20.
Pittsburgh ended up with a 3rd and 11 on their opening possession of the third quarter. Ben Hartswater up, and James Washington cannot get his hands on it. Incomplete pass. Jacksonville forces Pittsburgh to punt.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Great coach right there who's done so much for this defense. And on the helmet, and Godway was having his best performance.
And he'll get it down here to the
Step away from the punt, get you to Charlotte. Second half action, Lions and
quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Inside the 25, it's a first down.
3 yards remain for second
DJ
down.
Walker utilizing the weapons in the Panthers' arsenal. You just saw DJ Moore on the catch there. This was Robbie Anderson earlier in the drive. Robbie Anderson, top 5 wide receiver coming into today in terms of receiving yards. That one for Anderson went for 18 yards. This one for Moore produced another first down for the Panthers.
Nice job by DC. Down that hill, right back field.
Very able to make the short catch and put the yards to back to run.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Sliding running back there's a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But I think understands how difficult it is for his offensive line. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And, I don't know if it would have went for much. It would have been a nice 7-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7.
But it's a lot more difficult to throw.
Escaping the pressure run. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike Davis, patient run. Little slide as he sidestepped down to the 17 and an injury up there.
Washington and Cincinnati underway. 2-point lead for Cincinnati. Another drop ball.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
Really, those are the numbers from last week
now with these quarterbacks
in
who can
Tampa,
move.
but that's been a problem
Defenses
all
want
year
to try
long.
and keep bodies in front of them.
Got to figure out something in the third quarter.
And made him try and pass downfield.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
If your help is inside,
so they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
Then you get Tom looking at the quarterback. You see number 26 coming here, picture there, Kevin Harmon. That's been a tough one. I think Desmond got Tom looking back at the quarterback and heard Samuel pieces of that back.
So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller. Very manageable.
And if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds,
Panthers getting some offense from their backup former XFL quarterback, DJ Walker. Touchdown throw there, and the Lions, nothing on the board for the Lions. They're the only team getting shut out at the moment. The Lions have had 3 punts and a fumble so far in their game. Ooh, Rex Burkhead is down and looks to be injured there. We'll step away from the New England game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go full verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for
rewind. Baker Mayfield on a naked bootleg throwing. And Hodge is there for the catch. First down Cleveland, and that's why partly why they are in field goal range here on second and start
here at the 25.
Get yourself those big plays by design, those explosives in the passing game by design.
Joe on the stretch. Got past Brandon Graham, and then got
shouldered down by Malik Jackson. They have to gain tackle to stop the running backs.
Set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here
All the guys
as we begin the third
backside in pursuit, find a way to get to Chubb. There you have Malik Jackson with the big hit, but he comes from the opposite side, flowing down the line of scrimmage. That's the way you stop a running game. You get everybody, all 11 involved at the line of scrimmage.
231 rushing yards for the Rams last week against the Texans. Just 25 today.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tighter, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tight, excellent work. I'm not explosive. 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? Doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play.
Had 2 solid years with the Eagles. In fact, set the NFL rookie scoring record.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the
you would think that's easy for you. And that driving range there, all the mechanics of a snap.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well
So
done
the
there
big
by
play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
7 Cleveland. First down.
Operating from the gun.
There it is right there, reaching in.
Quick throw going to be caught by
It's funny, though, how many times do you see how they both get each other's heads? They did, but
not before they're inside the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
That will be marked off to the Titans 38. Second face mask penalty of the game against the Titans. And Vrabel saying, wait a minute, that face mask coming back at us too.
There on first down, he located his tight end, made it a nice, easy catch and catch.
But he could break a tackle or two, wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Able to get away from Simmons.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs.
And tries to save 2 yards in a sack by tossing it at the end.
Touchdown.
Check the marker, which is down at the line of scrimmage.
Diggs. And the Bills draw back closer.
Holding their tackle.
And there they got him the ball.
Got hit by like 4 guys down the field.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle.
Down there.
I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Before the pass, holding. Defense number 33, 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It's king on Andrews, but holding is a relative term. When I was watching on the field, Jim, it looked like he was tackling
could make all the difference, right? When you're talking about goal line play where inches count,
Yeah, I would say
one entire yard.
that's a fair description.
At some point, you got to kind of do something else than trying to wrap up and tackle.
Again, they'll throw with Allen.
Those red gloves, they
He
just give
lost
it
the
away.
football. And this is going to be 49 football.
A new set of downs. Tennessee 33-yard line.
People that can't see this,
King.
you got ball in your
We've
hands,
seen
man. You
make
got to think, well,
some explosive plays in his time as a Charger, including in the return game. He has a return for a touchdown as a Titan.
Well, you probably could have. If you
With defensive touchdown, there is Edwards, who's been running quiet today. Picks up 1 or 2. Edwards just 3 carries now for 6. Been all about Dobbins.
Well, Edwards is the dive player. I mean, usually he's the guy who goes straight line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Last year, certain times this year, he gets that ball quickly and goes right in that A-gap behind the center and guard and gets it 4 or 5, and then things open up from there.
Stura has come in as an extra lineman. He is eligible.
Running back Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Launches to Andrews.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, first and 10, Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
He sees the leverage of everybody.
39 here.
And now watch.
The tackle is
You're going to
made
see
by
this go
Micah
out
Hyde.
here, and it's going to be high, though, right? So you're supposed to throw it outside toward the sideline.
Big tackle through the
But because the defender's low, he turns Andrews around.
I think he had
So
designs
he's supposed
on
to
that
throw
one
it to the
being
sideline.
bigger.
But because the defender's low
From the
and the ball's going to go out of
39-yard line,
bounds, he
here
throws
comes
it
second
back
down and
inside.
6.
Perfectly.
That is was the game's biggest play, 31 yards and a score.
Get
And the
this
extra
into the
point
hands
is
of
his.
Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be
We're going to
discussed
the
because
scoreboard
this
here.
is the
We're
fear of all
every
the
game
backs
now
when they
into
run
the
this type
second
of a
half
route.
as
They've got to find the
New
football,
Orleans
and
Saints
sometimes
have
they don't
just
see the
received
defender.
the
And in this
opening
case,
kickoff of the
he took a
third
pretty
quarter,
good shot
up
for his
by
efforts,
score of
and give him
10-9
credit,
there
able to hold
in
on to the
New
football.
Orleans and Atlanta game. We'll go to Jacksonville right here. Hey, here's a little developing thing. So Jacksonville's on offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers have that 4-year sack streak. 66 straight games. They are threatening the all-time record. You're going to get a false start here. Yeah, false start on Jacksonville here. But the Pittsburgh defense, if you've been watching us all year long, we've been establishing this. They've had one or more sacks for 66 straight games. The all-time record is 69 straight games for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks heyday of having one or more sacks. But Pittsburgh does not have a sack today. They'll have to do that here in the second half to keep that streak alive.
Getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the running back.
And there's the first sack. You knew it was going to happen at some point.
It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set.
And there was the sack. We just established it, and there they do it. The streak is alive. Bad news for Cincinnati fans. Old Joe Burrow was bent sideways. It looked like his left leg, oh no, the number one pick in the draft looks to be seriously hurt. Grabbing at his left leg.
Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well.
Stay with us right now. Just because we want to be able to show you everything, we'll wait to see one replay, but I'm guessing this is not going to look good. Ryan Finley there is the backup quarterback. Stay with this right now, guys. We'll see if they'll show us a replay of the number one overall pick in the draft, Joe Burrow, the franchise quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, who's been starting since day one, basically since the draft. Zach Taylor, the head coach, showing obvious concern for the franchise quarterback. He had been really effective for not a very good Cincinnati team, but obviously down and injured there. Okay, they're taking a commercial timeout in the Cincinnati game, so we'll step away from there. They never showed a replay of that. If and when they do show a replay, we'll endeavor to show it to you, but it looked like he was hit low as he was releasing that football in the left leg.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 21. Bills 9.
Now, quick drop. Hill is decked, but got it off and got it complete.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away
How he
following the
got that off
touchdown.
under pressure, I have no idea, with Jones hitting him simultaneously.
Wow, that's asking a lot from Latavius Murray to step up and get Jayon Jones from depth. He's got to cross the quarterback. He's in an eye. So he's got to step around his quarterback, come up and try and get that block.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Oh, it's Kamara for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
That one goes for 30 yards.
With a nice little drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the...
A little bit of pass on the outside, down the field timing.
You shouldn't be able to work that. Oh, hold on.
Conley stands in, deals it to Murray. A little shimmy shake for Murray. In the move, Latavius Murray with a big gain. Inside the 25, he got around Jayon Jones, and not only is known for his pass catching, but he did the job there, and he picked up 25.
Well, I'm most impressed by his athleticism.
There is Joe Burrow being carted off the field in Cincinnati. Burrow was on pace to break the rookie records for passing yards, passing attempts, completions, fewest interceptions by a player with over 500 attempts. He was on pace to have one of the great rookie seasons. I'm not saying that there's anything like he's done or anything like that, but he certainly appears to be done for at least today. Ryan Finley is warming up on the sideline for the Cincinnati Bengals.
First and goal, New Orleans. He is their power back, and he got behind the left tackle Armstead and rolled for a first down.
There's your key, though. Crossing formation on the outside. Great job. Look at that lane. That allows your inside guys to double and climb. That's why that was such a large hole to run through for Latavius Murray.
Toronto Armstead feeling pretty good. Remember, Andrew Speed has been out of this game since the first half. Nick Easton still over on that left side. Ty Montgomery in the game for the first time. Former Green Bay Packer back in the backfield with Taysom Hill. Hill to throw. A lot of time. Maybe run, tuck it away. Hill is punched out of bounds at around the 7. Darquez Denard been involved in a lot of the action today. 2nd and goal. Got to wonder if Taysom Hill is just dying to tuck it away and run for like 30 yards at this point.
It's got to be hard.
It's got to be
the way
killing him.
Conditioned for the last 2 seasons, and now you're in the game and you're like, oh, I know he can get there. But we saw. I mean, the first time he's out, he slides, and then after that, he's been going head first, and he said he's going to try to avoid the unnecessary hits. But I think it's going to be hard to keep that competitive fire out of his play.
Hey, make it left, make it left.
Hill, quick drop and throw, tipped in the air, and he knocks it down to the ground. Smart play. It was tipped high in the air, and he avoids any further danger. That'll be a 3rd and goal.
PPR, Hill. Come on, you got to catch that one. Titans in the red zone.
And in the direction of Brown.
You see both guys run across the field, play action, guys go inside over and over again a lot.
Trying to fit it through a narrow gap and hit one of his offensive linemen.
Is that what you're going to say? Just if you can't get the quarterback, get your face involved?
Yeah.
It worked.
I thought he was going to put his hand up and bat it away.
Brings it to 3rd and goal as Hill, with the blitz coming, throws, and it's caught, but short of the end zone. Down to the 2 is Thomas, as A.J. Terrell was right there. Now decision time, 4th and goal.
Yeah, I go for it right now. 13-9 in this rivalry, this game. I think that this sends a message, but it looks like, yep, we got some big bodies coming out for the Saints.
Yeah, and they just ruled a tackle eligible there. James Hurst just reported, number 74, so maybe some trickery involved. Also bring the fullback Burton on. 4th and goal. Hill just going to straight run, and he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, you wondered if you were going to see the quarterback power during the course of the game today, which is one of the plays that when Taysom Hill comes in, when Drew Brees is quarterback.
Taysom Hill, we knew he was capable of doing that coming into today. He does it as the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, who now extend their lead. Washington, Alex Smith in the red zone, throwing late, and a touchdown for the football team.
A touchdown for the football team.
Washington back in front.
Here out of this formation against the Ravens. Oh, and it goes over his head. He's going to fall on it back at the 27. You got a new center comes in, and they lose 20 yards out of it.
Well, they had Skura, right? Or, sorry, for the other side. Skura, well, this side, Douglas throws it too hard. And this is struggling Baltimore, but now all of a sudden Tennessee gets the edge, Jim.
Unbelievable.
It goes right over. It's just too hot. And it goes past him. That's got to be a softer. I know what you're doing as a center. You're trying to fire off and get going. Ball rises up on you.
So now it's 3rd and goal, miles away.
Strange that you would.
Jones was back in for that play. Underneath they go to Jonnu Smith. And it'll set up about a 41-yard field.
So they'll settle for a Stephen Gostkowski field goal, will the Tennessee Titans. Let's dip into Houston, Patriots and Texans territory.
Ham has time. He's taking a deep shot down the field. He's got Bird down there. What a catch!
Wow.
Touchdown,
Over the shoulder punch?
Great throw and even better catch by Damiere Byrd. His first touchdown as a member of the Patriots.
The adjustment on the ball. Phillip Gaines is right there in coverage. It's great coverage. He avoids getting picked off. He's right on his shoulder, and what he's trying to do is not interfere. And by doing that, Bird is able to then move back to his right, catch that ball over the shoulder. So terrific adjustment to a ball by Bird.
First touchdown pass this year from Cam Newton to a New England wide receiver. And it goes to a man that he used to play with in Carolina. Damiere Bird's first 4 seasons were with the Panthers. They connect.
We're on the Tennessee drive. This is Stephen Gostkowski kicking a 40-yard field goal on 4th and goal. Don't see that one.
Gostkowski 2 for 2 today from 40. Brings it down to a 1.
Good, and we got a 1-possession game. They never showed a replay of the Burrow injury, so here is the best angle we can show it to you. His left leg left leg is planted as he throws, and his body completely bends over the top of the would-be tackler, and an offensive lineman, I believe, was there as well. Okay, guys, we can finish that there. We hope the best for Joe Burrow, but we wanted to show it to you just so you could see it for yourselves. There was no instant replay look from the CBS crew covering the Washington and Cincinnati game. Hoping the best for Joe Burrow. Stay with NFL Network, NFL.com, and all of your NFL media outlets for the latest on Joe Burrow once we go into the postgame afterwards. And when we're in the late window, if we hear something from the Cincinnati medical staff or the PR department, we will pass it along for the Heisman Trophy winning number 1 pick franchise quarterback for Cincinnati. In Carolina, Joey Sly for a 56-yarder. We've seen some 50-yard attempts here today. That one would have been good from, well, it was good from 56, may have been good from 60 plus. You put a poke on that one, and the Carolina Panthers are shutting out Detroit 17-0. 1-possession game here in Cleveland, 3rd and 5.
Hunt working backwards. Singleton couldn't bring him down, and finally Josh Lucas is caught for a big loss back near midfield.
Ryan Finley takes over for the Cincinnati Bengals. Down team. Zach Taylor's concerned about his offense, franchise quarterback, and trying to take the lead here.
Right around their own 25-yard line, and they're running Erickson.
Just barely able to get back.
In a day like today, I don't know if they would have been in the proper field goal range for Parkey, but no question now, 11 months away with big loss.
We are underway from Santa Clara. And that one will bounce out of the back.
Excellent roll inside the 5-yard line.
Cut back to Houston. Deshaun Watson had a monster first half. If you had him in fantasy today, you're scoring some points. And the Texans have a 21-17 lead midway through the 3rd on the Patriots.
He had been able to keep his balance. He was going to go out the back door and have a long run there.
Holding. Offense, number 85. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Pharaoh Brown can't believe it, but that's a big call against the Texans tight end. Let's look at it again.
There's Pharaoh Brown. He's going to put the defender on his back.
It shouldn't say that. It shouldn't even be on there.
He must have held him and pushed him down. I think he was just locked up, blocking him pretty well.
So a 10-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 13. Deshaun Watson, 19 of 25, 248 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 touchdown run. Houston trying to defeat New England for the 2nd straight year.
On 3rd and 3, Cincinnati, Ryan Finley looking to throw, and the door closes on. Washington's pass defense is number 1 in the NFL. They've been sneaky number 1 for the last few weeks. Ryan Kerrigan, one of the excellent pass rushers there on that front four for Washington, sacks him and forces a Cincinnati punt back to the football team. We go back to Baltimore, 1-possession game, Titans and Ravens. The winner of this one would have an advantage if there's any playoff tiebreaker over the other one come playoff seeding time.
This year, they just can't stop the opponent on 3rd down. Let's go back down to Tracy.
Jim, we saw Titans linebacker Jayon Brown go down with a left elbow injury at the end of the first half. He has officially been ruled out for the rest of this game.
Sorry to hear that. And Compton has come in for him. So now 7 out of 10 on 3rd down after Prochet picks up 14 on that play.
They're not good at it, like you said. And I think a lot of that's Dean Pease. You know, remember him last year? Another smoke to Dez. There's your 5-yard running play we talked about.
Coach, Saints have been winning, but they've been winning with defense as well. 3rd and 13, and here comes a ferocious pass rush. A couple of hands get on Matt Ryan and then drop him down. I think they'll give David Onyemata credit for that sack, as it's just 3 field goals on the board for the Atlanta Falcons. 17-9. Saints have the lead.
Well, they lost Logan Ryan too, right? They disguised really well last year. He was a very smart veteran, nickel corner. They used him a lot of different ways.
But Coach P is sensational.
And Coach Pete does such a great job. They're starting to figure out, just get it to him, and you get 5 or 6 quickly, and that's...
They got 3 there. Of course, they know Coach Pease from his days in Baltimore as well in the past.
You're exactly right. Just stand there, it's a run.
Dez caught it. We go to Cleveland.
With his Brownies defense.
They rush 4. Under pressure, Burden is there. It's 2 points for the Browns. That is a 3-sack day for Olivier Vernon.
Yeah, that's better.
Hostile out here right now. Yeah. It's like us in the truck.
3rd and 2. Always that way. Jackson, that little step. Made him fight a second time for the first.
Oh, Jim, he had it. He had it right on the inside and kind of decided to go a little bit, take a step on the outside. May have not got it, but they gave him a good spot here.
You got the double team right here. You got the double team. So he had it kind of right here, and then he had to go back and duck down underneath.
I think he still got it, though. I mean, right there, it's too close to call, and the ball's marked at the exact spot where the first down is. That's a first down.
He was thinking about it, had his hand on the challenge flag, but the word up top from some of his assistants is you're not going to win it. Looking deep on 1st down, and here he goes. Slinging it to Barnett, and it's intercepted. Hooker can get on his feet. And Duvernay does a good job of steer wrestling him down at the 15.
They try to take a shot.
So the turnover there, Tennessee's getting it back with a chance to tie it up with a touchdown on a 2-point conversion. The Lions would just like any type of points. Any points at all? Any? T.J. Hawkinson will help them, one of their better plays of the game. Matthew Stafford to T.J. Hawkinson, 35 yards to the young tight end, and the Lions are working their way into field goal range. We cut to Houston, who is in field goal range, trying to expand their lead here approaching the end of the 3rd.
Of the all-rushing pass rush.
3rd and 1. Watson, he's going to throw it, completes it to Akins, and he's tripped up, but he's got enough for the first down. Kyle Duggar made the tackle. If he didn't get a hold of Akins, he would have had a lot more room to run.
And if you are New England, you had that successful drive, you had the deep pass from Cam Newton, and you're sitting on the sideline waiting for a chance to get back on the field. This is really eating at you if you're on the offensive side of the ball.
And for Akins, he has a new career high with 83 yards receiving. He only had 17 catches the whole year. Coming into the day, he's got 5 to lead the Texans.
Got a one-on-one matchup here. McCourty is keeping over in that direction.
Johnson down. And that was Stephon Gilmore making the play.
Check out this one in the Saints-Falcons game. Taysom Hill, they've asked him to throw deep a few times today. Had a bad underthrow that was completed to Emmanuel Sanders. This one is just chuck it up and let someone make a play. Sanders catches it, and the flag icon comes in. Sanders spikes it, and then he looks back downfield, and Taysom Hill looks back downfield. What happened? It was a hold, offensive holding against the offensive line for the Saints. Take the touchdown off the board.
New England here is to limit Houston to a field goal attempt with 3:10 to go in the third. It's 2nd down and 7.
2 tight ends outside and your speed receiver inside.
Watson again, good protection, and he completes it. There's Brown stretching out for an extra yard to make it 3rd and short.
Washington has worked it into the red zone.
We haven't seen more of McKissick out of the backfield in the passing game. He is such a matchup problem for Cincinnati. It's surprised we haven't seen it.
Smith, quick delivery on a crosser, and it's broken up, intended for McLaurin.
That sees chance to really crease him with a ball quick.
It's Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the Giants, Buffalo crowd was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to
Watson just gets the snap.
with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here comes pressure. Watson takes it out of the end zone, incomplete. Was looking for QT. Good coverage.
Big plays on the ball. You know, you watch them in the last few games of the season. You've seen a lot of busted assignments, a lot of miscommunication.
Taken in the
haven't
end
seen a
zone.
lot of wide open Washington receivers.
And he returns this to the 22.
Julio Brown on the
Bottom of your picture, Smith on 3rd down, and he just throws it into the turf.
For Fairbairn, the UCLA product, and it will be from 36 yards away.
Takes it up to the 44 in a row. They stay in the game's first play. 18 yards
There's
to the
Dustin
first down.
Hopkins, who has been dealing with a groin injury the last couple of weeks.
Now Brady.
There's a question mark last week, didn't play in
Looking for
Detroit.
Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Strapping on again.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
32-yard attempt, and it is good.
And a terrific return as he brings
So
it from
Washington
all the way
takes
to
up
the
3
30.
more.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the
You got Matt
interception on the
Prater
opening
trying
drive,
to
that's
get
one
the
thing,
Lions
but to
on the
give him
board.
this
And
field position, that's another.
that thing go off.
For this defense,
Way up high, way left.
They know
Wow,
that
Lions
will
having
get the
one of
ball
those
to start
days.
the second
17-0
half.
Carolina
They line them up
maintains
in
the
field
lead.
goal
We've
position,
got
and to
live
me,
action here in the
they got a
Superdome,
chance
and I'm going to show you what
touchdown
Pittsburgh
right here
Steelers
out of the
play in
gate.
just a second.
Jayon Jones made plenty of big plays in this rivalry. And there's another. It's a loss.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
The 31. They're going to get Sanders on a quick screen, and he stumbles his way to
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Fourth down for Pittsburgh in their own end. On their own 38-yard line, they go for it. James Conner, wise choice to bounce that play outside. He got the first down easily, but Mike Tomlin taking a little bit of a risk right there. He's up 2 touchdowns, but going for it in your own end. It paid off for him here. We're live in Jacksonville.
Second down and 15 now for Pittsburgh.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Sidearm toss. Catch made by Johnson. And he zigzags out of bounds.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete.
Putting a button on the New Orleans decision. Sean Payton elected to punt it
It's a pickup of
to the
17
Falcons. It
and
would have been
a
about a
first down.
62-yard
Was that a design
something like
pass,
that.
or what
So they
was
elected to
It was
punt
built into
it.
the play call. He had the opportunity to hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting the receiver on the run.
That's not the 3rd time we've seen that in this game alone. Deontay Johnson can get the workout in 12 catches, 111 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
For him, had his first one last week against Cincinnati. 3rd and 13.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss.
He'll get it
down for the center. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Took a snap at it.
He nicely bit off. It's a pretty decent game.
The Buccaneers 7-yard line.
He threw
get to a
4
spot
yards
that
to
he's
go on
expected to
second
move on
down
to.
from the 7.
Still be on the move coming inside. He didn't throw that directly to him. He threw it to the
Firing
spot.
quickly as Allen, that's complete. That is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
48-yard.
Coming up on the end of the third quarter there in Jacksonville, Pittsburgh looking in pretty good shape there to run their record to 10-0. Jags are on an 8-game losing streak. That one, nothing's for sure in the NFL, but that one did kind of seem written in the stars. We cut back to a 17-point lead. P.J. Walker is having himself an afternoon. First NFL start, the former XFL superstar leading his team to a 3-possession lead, leading his team now to a 1st and goal. P.J. Walker, 24 of 32 passing, 258 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
Set him back 5 yards.
Pressure in his face, and again, 4th down. They're in field goal range here to try
that they're doing whatever they want to do, and they have this Lions team off balance. You know, I said the Lions were going to blitz.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off.
Joe Brady knows that the Lions are going to blitz, so what do? They bring in their blitz, the place of their blitz beaters, and they've executed well.
First and goal, check to the end zone. Toss ball in the flag with a delayed game on the offense.
After the touchdown pass to kick away.
It's first down.
Well, that's a mistake right there.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
What it is, that's what it is. It was a little tricky.
And ultimately, he
Fake
stopped
handoff
right
up the
where
middle,
he
then a
would
little
have
flip
been if he
to
had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
End around, whatever you like to call it, for DJ Moore. Moore goes for 21 yards. So DJ Moore also has 7 catches for 127. Fine day for the wide receiver.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
College coach right now, there's just a test before every game. The team making the fewest mistakes will win. But their hope is that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about turnovers.
Minimizing those.
Cody Parkey going to line up for 47-yarder. Well, I don't know if the rain had anything to do with it, but the block certainly stopped that one from going. Block field goal right there. Ball is dead inside the 15-yard line. Well done by the Eagles special teams to keep that a 5-point deficit for the Eagles. That one's in the fourth quarter. This one.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
3rd down for the Panthers.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They run here with Singletary, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. It sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And stay
the 9-yard line
for the Huskers.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Talented family. Mom, dad, all the way down.
And he fires one incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Find life at
A
the
big
end
play
of this
forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, PJ. We were just bragging about you right there. Tough interception back in the end zone. Well done by the Lions defense. Ryan Finley, 3rd and 18. He's not going to slide feet first. He's getting his action. Going 1st down on the 3rd and 18 scramble. That game is coming up on the end of the 3rd quarter in Washington. It's a 1-possession game. A 1-possession game in Houston. 1-possession game in Cleveland. 1-possession game in New Orleans. 1-possession game in Baltimore. 5 of the 7 are 1-possession games as we are into the 4th quarter and half of the 7 games of the early window. And that, ladies and gentlemen, means one thing. We have reached the pitching out. When wins become losses and losses become wins. 5 one-possession games out of the 7 going on, including this one here at M&T Bank Stadium, with the Titans trailing by 8.
Into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
Like a missile and missed him, but Swank picks up 8. Henry had 3 yards or fewer on 11 of his previous 12 carries before that last one that went for 24. But he's a second half creature. I mean, just look at creature of habit. The second half the game goes on, he gets stronger. That's going to be, well, is it enough for the first? Football is behind the line, but they mark it for a first.
One-possession game between the Eagles and the Browns. Philadelphia is going to stay in first place in the NFC East, even if they lose this game, which is obviously an indictment on the NFC East because it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But Richard Rodgers catches a pass from Carson Wentz for 29 yards. He's not out of it yet. In that second half, as it was running 100, the defenders, they slow down a little bit. They get tired. Man, Colts get over.
Tannehill changes up the play. Doesn't change up the action. He goes back to Henry. And that's a perfect example of what you're talking about. Another 11.
Little game rewind. We saw Henry there live. This was a few plays earlier. Henry on 1st and 10. Off right tackle into the 2nd level. And that's trouble when that big fella gets into the 2nd level. Picks up 24 yards on that play. We went over 1,000 yards rushing earlier today. Derrick Henry, the first 1,000 yards rusher in the NFL in 2020. Dalvin Cook, the NFL's leading rusher coming into Week 11, is playing in the late window. Coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. You'll see that right here on NFL Red Zone. Philadelphia's drive is now into field goal range. Blitz comes off the edge. Wentz lofts one up, one-on-one, and the ball. Travis Fulton was there, but they're going to call that an interception and a touchback for the Cleveland Browns. So we just saw Carolina throw an interception in the end zone. Carson Wentz and the Eagles throw an interception in the end zone. And the Cleveland Browns looking good there to work a little bit of clock and get it deeper into the 4th quarter, hanging on to that 5-point lead. Good job.
This is all about the defense.
It's almost like you get worn down.
Slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play zone coverage? Right now,
he's going to keep it and go out of bounds at the 9. Henry, by the way, on that previous play, went over 1,000 yards along the season.
Well, here's the big one right here. You can run or pass it. Henry's coming out of the game.
By the way, Wolf is coming back into the game on the Ravens defensive line. Mike Vrabel says, good job. You got us down there.
So, sorry, you need to use that against him. Oh, Henry's out. There's no run. Screen him. There's something here. Running back. The running back is the player.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here. And an inability to put any points up.
Back in Houston,
might be over by
talking about the New England Patriots. They've been to the playoffs 11 straight years. When you lose this game and the math starts looking a little fuzzy in the back half of the season as to where their path to the postseason will be. Houston sacks Cam Newton. Houston holding on to a 7-point lead. We are into the 4th quarter there in Houston. Well, we're going to dip into the New Orleans game for a moment. They had a penalty, and now it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Saints. 3rd and short near the goal line here for Tennessee.
Give him your throw or you give him your twice.
Down there as this one goes for 25.
Down the middle and over the head of Burks. There was nothing there.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line.
I think you got to use it there. They're going to go field goal to me. That's why they didn't fake it. To me, it's you give them the ball or you fake it to them so you get someone open, right? But just straight drop back. These guys are really good when there's no showing of the run play.
So Vrabel's going to call on his one-time teammate. They overlapped for 3 years together in New England. From 06 through 08, Gostkowski. 2 for 2 today, both from 40. This one just 22 yards out.
And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that down.
Daniel on the hold, and that kick is good.
Cut the lead to 21 to 6.
So it goes from 1st and 20 to a 3rd and short.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
That may take us to the end of this third quarter. Let's go downstairs.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
First half. He is now listed as
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
One possession game for the New Orleans Saints. Green Bay Packer fans are watching that Saints score very closely. They can start allowing yourself to think seeding to the playoffs. Fourth down to the Lions. They're desperate. They go for it. Lions actually converted that one. They need touchdowns on the board. They're down by 17. Cam Newton starting to work into a little bit of concerning zone here with 12 minutes remaining. Down the touchdown in Houston.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
J.J. Watt
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
And they get two guys on him. He lines up on the inside. They get two guys on him.
So play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
Defensive line, he ends up with two players on him. He was on the left side over the tackle.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Now he's
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second game for Watt against the Patriots.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Julio also just sit back there and throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It will be 4th down and 9 from the 25-yard line. Please reset the clock to 11.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So no interception, strictly an incompletion.
Yeah, that was the review. I'm sure you picked that up in case you didn't. That was the review of what was called a Cleveland Browns interception in the end zone. We showed you a couple minutes ago. Philadelphia will get the football back.
Disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Moss. And the stop will come inside the 5-yard for
Jake Elliott.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Make this a 2-point
Keep it right on the bird.
Moss again. And he takes it in across the chalk for Bills touchdown. Taking it in for 4 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead. Pass on for the extra point.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Justin Reed on the tackle. Harris has 43 yards rushing today.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away.
Last Sunday night against Baltimore.
You know, you were talking about Cam, and I was at an event with him in the Super Bowl this past year in Miami. And he was in good spirits. I don't think he knew what the offseason was going to be. He was in good spirits at that time coming back from his injury.
And he's got the first down here.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
25-yard line.
1st and 10. Cam is sacked. Hit hard by Justin Reed.
Throwing again. Brady.
First career sack for the third-year
Bills get Stanford. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Shotgun now for Brady. The catch made by Miller. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scary Miller, 82 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
It's a couple of
That
yards.
touchdown certainly helps.
Checking in Baltimore, the Ravens with a 5-point lead after they elected to go to the field goal as the Titans did. And that's a 3rd and 5 conversion. Really scheme with the catch from Lamar Jackson. That's a key first down. Steve celebration. Clock will continue to wind. You don't want to lose yardage to make it something like a field goal kicker because it's on the 25. New Orleans is in the red zone trying to make it a two-possession lead if they can get any type of points here.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about it.
When you get out right Deion Jones to the byline, you got some skill.
Taysom Hill with his second rushing touchdown of the day, and you got to wonder, is that enough points for the New Orleans Saints to put it out of reach from the Atlanta Falcons? They could be up 24-9 with the extra point. Bottom of the screen, it'll be a Nick Folk field goal attempt. Bill Belichick figuring he's going to get the ball at least once more to try and take the lead with a touchdown the next time they would have the ball. But you got to make the 36-yarder, and Folk does just that. We got a 24-20 ball game there in Houston and in Cleveland. You saw we dipped in momentarily. Baker Mayfield lost the wet ball and was down when he came out. They called it still clean the ball here. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line as a touchdown here and an extra point to take it a two-possession lead.
And that is caught.
That's Kendall Lamb going to jump on a set here.
Incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
That would have been interesting to see not again the 4-yard stop. There have been a clear victory for Philadelphia there. Going 2nd and goal from the 5. Slips away from Edwards. Touchdown.
Dawson Knox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one
play. Baker Mayfield reverse pivot, gives it to him on the outside run. Watch the rebound right here. Just hit the Jets and then say, jumping over the top. That's Bills into the end zone for the touchdown. Look at that leap. He looked like one of them long jumpers. His feet going
He was climbing the invisible stairs. You see people post on social media. The running game for Cleveland finally getting going here in the 4th quarter. Look at Nick Chubb going with the Jamal Lewis. No elbow pads, no arm pads, no wristbands, no nothing. Look at the wet slot. Chubb broke open for a 54-yarder right there. That puts Chubb over 100 yards. He's got 101 rushing on the day. Cleveland can extend to a two-possession lead with the extra point. Speaking of kicking, the field goal here puts Washington up 2 possessions. 20-9, the football team has the lead over the Bengals. Again, the concern there for Cincinnati, the health of the franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow. Still no word. We know that Burrow's done for the day, but no word on the nature of the injury to the left leg of the #1 overall pick in the draft. Pittsburgh can pretty much put this away with points here.
They'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And that much there. Maybe a yard in the straight forward.
on the play.
Gets the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Okay with him.
On the give, this is Singletary. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ball's out there. Nope, that's not where we want to go.
The big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think that one here has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
32, they just get the play off, toss it to Connor, and it's sniffed out immediately by Chason.
Nice play for the rookie out of LSU.
looks to throw on 31. He's got to start building some confidence.
He's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Losing
4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1.
Baltimore with a third and short. Lamar trying to do it himself.
Because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it.
So to me, Baltimore should have been here closer, first off, because the ball was spotted where Lamar's derriere, what is it, how you said, but
Derriere.
There it is.
Now there's a football term for you.
Anxiety night, the false start there, but I do think it was too hard to
It's a gain of 35.
So that's a 3rd and 6.
Option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. The receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on it.
Over the top, and it's
catches in the first half. Now he's got a
step
third
over the
here, and it's
defender.
good for a first.
After
So
all
from
of
the
that,
17
they
now, here's a
challenged, they
first
thought
and
they
10.
had the first
Allen
down.
going to give this one to
They get
Singletary.
the
And
snap
he'll get him
penalty,
inside
and then
the
they get the
15 down to the
punt.
14-yard line.
that ball's a little behind.
No, they give him 4
So
yards
he's right
there.
here, has to
It'll
go
be
back.
2nd and
That's
6.
a really tough catch. That's the Willie Mays one almost. It's got to be just a little bit, half a yard to the left. That is perfect.
Singletary again.
Stop by
And he'll get
Tennessee.
about
Cook's
40
first
just
punt
outside
Since
the
the
10
first
stop
drive of
to
the game for the Ravens.
Whitehead on the tackle.
Yeah, the penalty was huge right there. Raymond with the fair catch. We got another penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's the thing. For Andrews, it's like, even if you're late,
for this third quarter
it's
of
quarterback
action.
sneak
We'll
up.
return
Third
with
and
more
inches.
after this.
You know,
This
third,
is the
3 feet, 2
NFL,
feet,
and it's
whatever.
on EA
Can't false start.
Sports.
That's 5 yards. Holding, receiving team number 49.
The Bills on 3rd
Because
down.
this is the
They've
goal
been
line.
okay, 2 for
First
3
down,
thus far.
Tennessee.
This time it's 3rd and 3.
But Tennessee will have the
They'll run
football
here with
to back up
Singletary.
near
And
the
they'll get
10-yard
him down
line.
about 3 yards short
Half
of
a
the
quarter to
first.
go.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Again, both teams coming in with matching 6 and 3 records.
They as well knew where the first
2 of the
down
9
line was, and
teams
they
in the
didn't let them get
AFC
anywhere near
with
it.
at least 6 wins through 10 weeks, a record.
Well, this is a point in the game where it's like there's enough time on the clock that you use Henry, right? Run, play action, run.
Henry stacked up by Wolf and friends. Holds him to a yard or 2. Back down to Tracy.
Well, Jim, we saw Jonnu Smith hurt that right ankle on that last drive. He came off, they picked him up, he was walking on the sideline. He was back out there for that play, and now Tyson Brello is out as well. He's walking off, hobbling, as you can see on the field with that injury. So something to watch. I'll give you an update on that.
The kick by pass is good.
They've had to bring in Quisenberry at left tackle. The rookie first rounder is dressed today, Isaiah Wilson. A tackle, rookie in this league.
You can never stoppage in the game there. We'll get you back to Tennessee and Baltimore when they resume. Philadelphia's got to press the gas pedal here. Now they're down 2 possessions. 8 minutes and 41 seconds remain in the game.
Made at the 25 Browns hit Carson Wentz. Take over his first down attempt at their own 20
day for Carson Wentz in the pocket. 9 quarterback hits on the Browns.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Plenty of traffic and congestion. Under pressure again.
Play action. It's Brady.
Time Adrian Claiborne was in the backfield.
Third down and long. Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
This is not. I mean, nobody wants to be in 3rd down or long, but if you're the Eagles especially, because they've had struggled so much.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
This year,
it's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Smith is
Oh, the Cleveland Browns set to try and go 7-3 on the season, forcing a 4th and 1. I think the Eagles got a punt there on 4th and 1, even down 9 points. We're back live with Baltimore and Tennessee, who had just picked up a first down. Okay, CBS is going to do an update. We're going to do an update before then, because they're not going to throw this.
Into the red zone.
NFL red zone update.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him
like
once
Ryan
more.
Tannehill, scrambling for a 2nd and 9, first down conversion, and about 13 yards on that play. And after a 4-yard gain on first down, here comes 2nd and 6.
You know him so well. He's been high on him for a long time, and he's showing it today, getting the chance with Breeze on IR. Here's a 2nd and 6. And another first down catch is made by Mercer.
I love this play call last couple. Play action, because you're going to get one-on-one. They're really going to have to sell out the stop Edmonds. They know there's enough time on the clock. Arthur Smith in a position. Play action. Watch the middle of the field. Linebacker draw down the middle. It's wide open. It's just one-on-one. Henry route. Hard to cover that.
Tyler Bass now for the point
I'll keep using Henry against them. You know, hand it off maybe here, right? Come back and do the same thing, because they have to
and this one was
go out of the middle to go get it.
As they just add on to their big lead.
Fake it to him. They were looking for A.J. Brown. It wasn't there, but they find Davis on the other side with a step on Peters, and they've advanced down to the Baltimore side of the field.
Tennessee moving it down the field. We're getting some drama building there in Baltimore. Houston has extended back to a 7-point lead. Kylie Fairbairn moved from 46, 27-20. New England, boy, their season could go one way or another with a win or a loss here this afternoon in Houston. We'll get you back there when we can. But M&T Bank has the drama at the moment.
Here in this one, Charles, what's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
This is a 39.
Be honest. I'm going to forget
the top fourth quarter rusher.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers up by 17, approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. Jake Luton's got to take some chances, and oh, how about that? You got to tip it in the air and then pick it yourself. Terrell Edmonds comes down with the interception, and Pittsburgh is in complete command. It looks like the Steelers will go to 10-0. They will be just the 18th in the last quarter century to start a season 10-0, and the Steelers franchise has never been 10-0 in any season.
The right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, they can't even string that out. Just a few plays, give us a break.
After the catch by A.J. Brown. We talked about that next gen stats earlier. He's great with the ball in his hand. Just a quick little route. That's why I said they're going to throw the ball quick. They're empty. They don't want to hold that ball in the drop back game. When Brown gets it in his hand, he has the rare ability to make people miss. Strong, wiggly, speed.
A short throw and completion ends up a 25-yard gain. And they're back in the red zone where they have failed to convert all the way to the end zone the last 3 times in this game. Henry got a running start. Picks up 8.
And now you're feeling the weight of him, right? Like, this is unbelievable, the way that they're calling this drive. Great job by the right guard, Davis, clearing out, creating a huge hole, and everyone knows Henry is going to fall forward if he gets a hold.
It's a drive that began all the way back at the 10. Cameron Batson,
who got called on that first series of the game, number 13 for the Titans. He's in the slot to the left. 2nd and 2. Tannehill struggles to hold it. He gets walloped back at the 15 by Judon. That little moment meant everything. It's unbelievable. You can't get the ball off, and it's a corner blitz, perfectly timed. And you'll see on the right side, Judon gets free after the fumble because the corner blitz is a little bit surprising. And then Judon, who's outstanding for a while around here.
How about these fumbles from inside the 10? The bad snap, and that one, just the loose handle, puts them in another difficult 3rd and long. Back at the 14. Goes to Brown. Brown trying to wiggle free.
Still fighting for it. Brown takes it all the way. Unbelievable effort. Brown, we just got done talking about his ability to run after catch, caught, tackled basically, gets free. Now the other people, he'll be down. Boom, gets free again. They got to go for 2. What a play, though. You're right, Jim.
Unbelievable. Bull rush through that secondary. Got away from Peters, got away from Clark. There's Clark not able to hold on. Peters tries, still fighting for it. He drags another defender, Queen with him, into the end zone. And that's one of the best plays of the whole season for Tennessee.
Until you play against him, you don't realize his juice with the ball in his hand and his ability to separate.
They're going for 2, of course, after that 90-yard drive. The longest allowed this season by the Ravens.
You got to use Henry against him. Pretend like you're giving it to him. Good job by the Ravens or Titans. Oh, Tennessee took the timeout. That means the coach is on the sideline, Jim. Didn't like the look.
They'll line up their best 2-point play on the left side of the double box, right side of the double box. The New England Patriots down by 7, 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Patriots need a touchdown to tie it up. Touchdown and an extra point to tie it up. Cam Newton in a 2-minute drill. Cam has been effective at times, but really with his feet. Not so much in the throwing game for the Patriots this year, who have been a run-oriented team. He's going to have to put it down the field passing here, you would figure, on 3rd and 10.
Clock in 1. He just gets the snap off. JJ's coming. Cam. He finds Myers for a first down. You motion, you fake it to Henry, and you use it against him to come across.
It's Tannehill untouched. They all took the bait. They went with Henry into the line, and Tannehill is able to take it across for the 2.
Great job. Everyone on defense is thinking that he's getting this ball.
Ball is spotted right at midfield.
J.J. Watt moved inside, which means you should be able to get a blitz from the outside coming.
Harry goes in motion. Newton looking for Harry. Similar result to the play before, except this time he caught the low throw.
The New Orleans Saints defense has stymied Atlanta. Atlanta has negative yards in the second half. And then Taysom Hill has been effective, but not right there at the end of a nice long run. They would have given him a first down and worked out some clock. Hill gets stripped. Taysom Hill's first turnover of the day, but Atlanta is still down by 15 points. And as I said, Atlanta has done nothing, less than nothing. They're negative yards in the second half, the Atlanta Falcons are.
Wow.
They're down 24-9. Cam Newton needs a touchdown here at the 2-minute warning. So that play will stop. N'Keal Harry will be just shy, I think. Let's see where he puts the football down. Right near the first down marker, but 2-minute warning. They'll take a commercial timeout. We will bookmark the Patriots and the Texans. Watching the Pittsburgh Steelers trying to put away the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that play probably just did it. Ben Roethlisberger, Eric Ebron, a catch for the touchdown, and it's a 27-3 lead. Pittsburgh appears to go to 10-0. The Jags' losing streak will go to 9 in a row. 3-point game here in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson will have to get him down the field and get him into Justin Tucker field goal range or a touchdown to take the lead.
Jackson sidearms it. That's Snead breaking a tackle. Boy, lost the ball for a moment. It came right back into his arms. He was able to wiggle free.
You've got Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb, which is leaping up over a defender there. Chubb will do that type of stuff, and he wants to get a couple more first downs, move the sticks. Chubb is now at 20 carries for 114 yards. He hasn't gotten the goal line carries, though, today. Kareem Hunt has gotten a lot of the goal line carries for the Browns as they lead 19-10 over the Philadelphia Eagles. Here with the New Orleans Saints and Atlanta Falcons starting to get to desperation time as Matt Ryan needs 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion.
Goodness. 4th down and long. Ryan looking. Jones has got it on a 4th and 13. Julio Jones, who just came back in the game with a bad hamstring, delivers.
Really nice job on the route. Watch, he gets on top of Patrick Robinson right there. A little head fake to the outside, gets him leaning. Probably got Marcus Williams leaning a little bit too, the safety that was over the top to help out.
Jones toughing it out the big way as Ryan incomplete. Try to get it to Gage again. How does Atlanta dig down and find something here? Down 2 scores, 5:46 to go, and now you see Jones comes out again. I mean, it's
just,
so
listen,
tough.
yeah, I love the courage. I love the courage to go back out there. Your team's down. You've been struggling this entire half. You know you're not 100%. And hopefully that's just something that he's aggravated a little bit again. We haven't done a whole lot of damage to it, but
156.
Julio Jones been forced to the sideline with some injury concerns a couple of times here today. And again, that game is still 2 possession. The drama is here in Houston and in Baltimore. 2 one-possession games right now, late in the 4th quarter. Cam Newton needs a touchdown to tie it up.
Screen to White. He's got some room, and White is hit hard at the 31-yard line.
First down.
Newton goes over 300 yards. Lonnie Johnson is down on the ground and slow to get up for the Texans. Once again, the Patriots will huddle up here, James, with 1:35 to go. Now we have a stoppage as Johnson could not get off the field.
Injury timeout in Houston. Cody Parkey is coming back on the field. What remains of the grass and the mud there in Cleveland after the steady rain, as this one would help put it out of reach, you would figure, for an Eagles offense that has struggled. Cleveland Browns fans, just enjoy this. You've had a 17-year playoff drought. If you close this game out, as the field goal is good, if you close this game out, you go to 7-3. As we are out of the 2-minute warning timeout in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson runs for a first down. 7-3. If the Cleveland Browns get to 7-3, 84% of the teams that have started 7-3 have made the playoffs. 84%.
Andrews with the catch. Butler drags him out of bounds.
Comfortable connection with Bird has been big today. Jacoby Myers the last couple of weeks. N'Keal Harry in early in the season.
Steps up too hard off the hands of N'Keal Harry and incomplete.
David Culley, wide receiver coach.
Tucker looking over and saying, okay, if they don't gain anything here, it'd be 62 yards. Give me a little closer. On first down, he's going to take off. And he's going to pick up about 13. This Titans defense, by the way, has not registered a sack today.
Make the receivers remember that you're in his neighborhood.
2nd and 10. They hand it off to White. Gets away, and White.
No pressure at all on him as he sidearms it to Dez. Gets a block by Dobbins. Dez is down to the 14.
And it's perfect. Dez Bryant with a huge catch on the side. He's had the ability. You'll watch. He'll come all the way across the field. Underneath there. Get over there. Give him an outlet. And then from there gets a block. But even staying in bounds is big.
There's Brown with a block by Andrews and a whistle.
Oh, there's a penalty flag. It's a false start. Dez.
We'll wait for the penalty flag. Let you know that there's an injury timeout in the Patriots-Texans game. You're not missing anything in Houston.
I think the center snapped it early. So Makari, 65, quick snaps this while Dez is running to his spot outside. This will be a 10-second runoff, but Baltimore will probably use a timeout.
And then Mike Vrabel, he's doing the calculation. He's one of these guys that can figure out how to use penalties to his advantage.
Number 88. Foul happened with the clock running under 2 minutes. Therefore, it's 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 41 seconds.
There's no option for him here, but to see it run down to 39 seconds. Actually going to make it at 41 seconds.
So they're electing not to take it. And Jim, they took Yes, but they're not using a timeout.
So here we go with Jackson. Middle of the field to Snead. To the 10. Ravens have 2 timeouts. Remember, they lost one when they lost
an offensive lineman that was injured for the New England Patriots. They have cleared the player off the field. We're about ready to start the next snap. It's timeout with 31 seconds. That's Isaiah Wynn, the former first-round pick for the New England Patriots. And we'll see. Yep, New England's breaking the huddle. Let's go full here to Houston.
3rd down and 4.
It's a big split up top. They're trying to work something down here.
His pass is batted down. J.J. Watt gets his hand on another one. That's the 4th time today he's batted down a pass.
J.J. Watt is so competitive, he would tell you, I should be catching these.
You can extend plays, throw it out of bounds. Extend, throw it to the back of the end zone. You got 3 plays. You know it's obviously, or 2 plays. You got 2 plays, you're going to kick the field goal. You save the timeout, and you get up and run a play quickly here if you're anywhere short of the end zone.
Need 6 for a first. Here goes Jackson from the pocket. Knocked down. Beautifully played for the prevention. Desmond King preventing that completion for Snead.
That's a great job, great technique. Backhand over the top, get out in front. Right here now, 3rd and 6. There's a lot of scenarios. If you get the first down.
And ladies and gentlemen, we just interrupt real quick to show you that Joe Burrow has tweeted from his official verified account, "Thanks for all the love, can't get rid of me that easy. See you next year." So an indication that Joe Burrow believes he is badly hurt. We don't have any official word from the Cincinnati Bengals, but Joe Burrow saying, "See you next year."
Here's Jackson buying time, buying all kinds of time. Is anybody open? He's just going to throw it away, and they'll try a field goal now.
James White is the running back. Blitz is coming. Cam gets away. Stays in the pocket. In trouble. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Great pressure by the Texans defense. Lonnie Johnson and Justin Reed. And the Texans take over.
To tie the game. Mr. Automatic, dead center.
You know what's impressive about that, too?
You need to retrace your steps and be the guy there to force him to throw the ball away.
J.J. Watt pumped up. Not much to celebrate this year for Houston. Their only 2 wins were against the Jaguars, 0-7 against everyone else, but 1:11 on the clock, and the Patriots with 2 timeouts. So Watson under center. Duke Johnson takes the handoff. Johnson is tackled at the 28. Bill Belichick will not call timeout. Well, in any event, there was going to be 1 play that he couldn't call timeout on, so he just doesn't use it on first down. Five seconds to go.
Do you fake to boot Duke Johnson going that way and let Deshaun Watson come around the corner?
Not here. Johnson again. And now Belichick quickly calls timeout. 23 seconds to go. And 1 timeout left for New England.
Well, you get to force a punt, and that's about the best you can do. Try and get after the punter.
Meanwhile, in Cleveland, you've got Carson Wentz and the Eagles needing 2 touchdowns to take the lead, and You had Denzel Ward with the interception. This is just seconds ago. Denzel Ward, who got called for a pass interference penalty, just has clinched the game for the Cleveland Browns. No penalty flag on that one. And the Cleveland Browns, with the Eagles only having 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, it's not exactly over, sort of like this game here. Cleveland Browns are in absolute command to go to 7-3. And again, historically speaking, over 80% of the teams that have started 7-3 have made it to the postseason.
Bottled up by Devin McCourty. There's the timeout by Belichick with 19 seconds to go. So the New England defense does its job. They'll force the punt, but no timeouts left now for the Patriots. Keep in mind, the Houston punter, Brian Anger, was questionable to play with a right quad injury. He did not practice Wednesday or Thursday. He was limited on Friday.
Coin flip for overtime at M&T Bank Stadium.
And all replays will come from upstairs. There will be no coaches' challenges, okay? You're the visiting team, so you have the call. Heads or tails?
Kevin Byard.
Tails. Tails is the call. It's a head. You want the ball, which way you want to kick? Stay the way you are. Baltimore won the toss.
Good snap. Anger gets it off. Olszewski running to his right. Fields it at the 27 and stays on his feet and now tackled at the 30 with 9 seconds to go. So Cam will put the helmet back on and hope for a miracle here to close it out in Houston.
You know, when you're standing on the Patriots sideline as a coach, you kind of backtrack. You go, where could we have manufactured a couple more seconds to have to play with at the end of the game? But it's not the case.
See how far back the Texans have dropped their DBs. And to Izzo. Izzo runs out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line with 4 seconds to go. First catch today for Ryan Izzo. They just try to get a few extra yards for Cam to potentially unleash it down the field.
Well, what Cam's got to be able to do is once he gets outside the pocket, to give his receivers time enough to get down inside the 10-yard line where you can make a play on the ball, somebody can come up with it. But J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless are going to really try and keep him in the pocket.
Texans only rush 2. Cam has time. Lets everyone get down there. Throws it down the field. At the 10, it is caught by Izzo, but he's short, and that will do it. The Houston Texans improved to 3-7, a 27.
Hey, congratulations to Houston, but the headline there is the New England Patriots, the champions of the AFC East. It's seemingly for a couple of decades, are now 4-6, with the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins ahead of them. Speaking of Miami, you've got them in the upper right-hand corner of the triple box. We have reached the 4:05 Eastern time zone hour. As 2 more games have kicked off now, we're getting 2 more games 20 minutes from now, 4 games in the late window, including the Chargers and Jets, Dolphins and Broncos, but we also have overtime to settle here in Baltimore between 2 6-3 playoff hopefuls.
Coming after him, and they finally get a sack, and he's down. The fumble was after he was down. First sack of the game. Harold Landry able to bring it.
And it's just a great dog. The communication off the left side of blitz. Landry's playing at the linebacker position.
Yeah, the knee was clearly down.
The outside linebacker, Landry, and he comes right in, untouched, and does a great job. But what a timely sack. Now you're in a tough spot because You really don't want to punt from back here and give him the ball at the 45-50.
But look at what they do with the defense. They set him back. They got 5 defenders from the 30 and in. They go Dobbins with the screen, and they're able to take him off the field. Titans defense allows it's Landry again who makes the tackle, the one that just had the sack. So he's made some plays, and very short series after winning the coin toss.
Well, big time sack right there. 10 yards, that's going to help right there, though. That screen, I know it sounds silly, but all of a sudden the ball, 10 yards at this time makes them have just one more little drive for your defense who's dominant.
Cook's kick caught at the 27 by Khalif Raymond. They got the whole country with us on the most important Sunday afternoon game in the AFC. Just a little summary. Andrews had a touchdown to put them up. Well, they're up 21-10. Look at this effort by A.J. Brown. In the fourth, fights off every Raven defender, it seemed. And then they got the 2-point conversion on a Tannehill keep that picked out everyone. And there's the tying field goal with 15 seconds to go in regulation by Tucker. So after a 47-yard punt by Cook, Tannehill and the Titans from their own 27. Bootleg, looks and throws, and Davis has it.
And for everyone who's just tuning in, too, this is how they scored on the fifth drive. 7.
Coming back to overtime, but we're going to dip into the first quarter of these late window games, including Justin Herbert zipping one into Hunter Henry. That's an 18-yard pickup there. And the opening possession of the game for the Los Angeles Chargers goes into New York Jets territory. Herbert starting off pretty hot, 5 of 6 passing. And I hate to bring this up, but with Burrow's injury, you got to figure Justin Herbert is the odds-on favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year, or at least one of the favorites.
Let's see if they continue.
Henry bounces off a hit. Oh, that was going to be a loss of a couple. Turns into a gain of 4, and that'll put him right at 100 yards for the game.
That's unbelievable. I mean, it was really the wrong call because they should have kept it to play action there because people are wide open. Baltimore is selling out to stop Henry, and that's why it's been great every time they've called the play action. Get the ball to someone coming across the field. I think Baltimore continues with that same philosophy.
You never would have believed in the third quarter that Henry would have a 100-yard game. They had contained him. But as always, he seems to get that added burst as the game goes on, and he had a big fourth. Davis with a second catch in overtime to the Baltimore 43.
Chargers drive stalled around midfield, so the punt team comes out. Special teams has been a disaster for the Chargers, and it continues. For the second straight week, the Chargers have a punt blocked against them. Looked like Henry Anderson knifed in on Ty Long, the punter, and put his mitts on it to knock it down, and the Jets are set up just like that. It's another Joe Flacco game for the Jets with Sam Darnold out with an injury, but the Jets are going to be set up immediately in plus territory in the opening possession of the game there in Los Angeles.
Corey was off to Western Michigan, set records that led to eventually being a first-round pick by the Titans. Just the saddest situation for Corey, who ended up playing the very next day after his father passed on that Thursday night game against the Colts. His brother implored him, "You're going to play. You're going to play." And he did. He's coming up big in this overtime here. He's got 5 catches.
You got Denver with their opening possession. The Dolphins went 3 and out when they got the football first. Here's Drew Lock, who fought through an injury to play today, but making a mistake here, trying to go to Tim Patrick, and he gets intercepted. The Dolphins have had a takeaway in every game this season, and then going back to last year, 16 straight games with a takeaway. That's the longest active streak in the NFL. So Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense will be set up early on.
This is probably the time to give it to him.
Judon hurt on that last play. There is Henry to the 39. How many games this season for the Titans have come down to a Gostkowski kick? And it might be setting up for that once again. Well, you saw it so many times early in the season. It's true. And he would find a way to hit the clutch kick when he had to, despite some earlier troubles.
Well, you know for sure Baltimore's selling out to stop the run here. This is going to be cover 0. Everyone's going to get up on that line. You can throw a slant, something quick, but you got to get this ball out of your hands.
2nd and 6. He's able to connect with A.J. Brown, who's shaken up off the catch and the tackle.
It's a great throw, great catch. No one's back there. It's one-on-one. Derrick Henry does a great job in protection. Watch the blitzer coming across Henry. Come on over here and get him. Clearly, you know your guy's passing you, Jim, and you know he's going to get him. You can step into that throw and fire it.
Boy, he did not make a clean catch, but it's a gain of 11, and clearly in field goal range now. From this point, it would be about 47 yards, but they're going to work it to get it much closer. As Brown has to go to the sideline, Gostkowski has never missed a kick in overtime in his career.
Okay, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll get those too. For cheap. Get that in my hair color. And then after that, I'm gonna go to consumers and use the rest of my. Yeah. I'm gonna use the rest of my gift card that Mike got me last year. And I think it said on the receipt I have $6.35 left. So I might have to pay a little bit out of pocket. It's not a big deal. They'll probably pay the cost. They'll probably pay the tax. And it's not good. Silver.
If Cleveland holds on to win, Tony, then they'll be 7-3 and Baltimore will be 6-4. If Cleveland holds on to win, they'll be 7 and yep, they just got there just recover the outside kick. Cleveland's going to 7-3 and Baltimore's going to 6-4. 84% of teams who start out 7-3 make the playoffs. Cleveland's playoff run might end this year.
They have the longest one in the league now.
I think they have a 17-year playoff drought. Just like the Sabres, like the Pilsen. Almost like the Sabres. It feels like the Sabres have 17-year playoff.
Daniel Gillett.
Splat. Box. One where? One of my game fill boxes? Hey, where'd you go?
Why did they add more time back on? There was like 10 seconds left in the game. Russ starts is 1994.
Denver threw a pick 20 to start the game. Yeah. Bucks were going to shoot Miami. We need them to beat Miami.
What's it yet?
Yeah, Tony said, what did you say? Oh, he was talking about.
Pass interference. Defense number 37. The ball replaces the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Keenan Allen is a tall order for anybody, let alone a rookie.
I think it'd be a mistake to, as good as you feel that Bryce Hall and Lamar Jackson are, you better make sure that you got some help when 13's out there, because I've seen him beat the best corners in football. It'd be a mistake not to double Keenan Allen whenever you can.
On first down, and Ballage goes nowhere. In fact, hit in the backfield and losing yardage. Hit by Henry Anderson.
Boy, Anderson's just going to beat the center right across his face. Look, you see Finley, he just swings and misses. That's a second big play by Anderson. He's the one that blocked the punt. Now he gets a tackle for loss on first down.
46, Ringo! Loss of 3, second and 13. Herbert over the middle, and that is complete just across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that's Hunter Henry with his second catch of the day.
Just working right in the middle of the field. You see him try and split the linebackers in zone coverage.
Troy Maine Pope into the lineup now on third down. To the side, and that is complete. Just across midfield to about the 46-yard line. Mike Williams with the catch and a first down for LA.
This is actually pretty good coverage by Bryce Hall, but Mike Williams, you see him fighting those hands, but the thing that you love about Mike Williams is his size. He's got that great catch radius, but he is a big target at 6'4", 220 pounds.
On first down, play fake. Herbert over the middle, and he's got Keenan Allen inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down for the Chargers.
Boy, play action has been so effective on the early downs for the Chargers.
Chargers are on the move. The Dolphins had a TV timeout. It'll be 3rd and 1 in the red zone inside the 5-yard line for Miami. We're going back and forth with the rookie quarterbacks, Tua and Herbert.
Interception by Howard gets in this great position. 3rd and 1. Grant on the move. With 2 tight ends. Madden. With the tackle made by Chubb to the 2. Herbert.
Outside. That's complete. Out of bounds. Just shy of the 20-yard line is Pope. Troy Maine Pope, 3rd.
Excellent read by Ahmed. He wanted to take this ball in between the guard and the tackle, but as the tackle collapsed down, he ends up bouncing it, finding a window to be able to find that crease to go up and get the first down.
Operating now with 6 officials and not 7. The down judge has been taken off the field to the locker room. We'll try to update his situation. Right now, Miami with another takeaway, 17th consecutive game. First down. Under by Moore to the end zone. And Devontae Parker, touchdown! Got it! What a catch, working on the middle, A.J. Boye. Tua tosses the touchdown of 3.
Well, they're going to take a look at this to see if the second foot gets down. A.J. Boye thinks he wants a replay review there, but the ruling on the field is a touchdown for Devontae Parker. We missed one play in the Chargers game. It was a short run, and there's a run that should get them a first down, Los Angeles. One look at the Devontae Parker touchdown. Left foot down, right foot taps, and the ball secure to the chest. That's a professional touchdown, and the Miami Dolphins are an extra point away from being up 7-0. We go full to Los Angeles.
Towards the boundary.
I forgot Undertaker's farewells tonight. Fucking Matt Ryan, you sucked. God damn it. McLaurin did only okay. Evans had a good game. Hackinson, Hunt got a touchdown. That was it. Cam got 26, okay. Baker only got 9. Come on.
This is just a mistake that Joe Flacco can't make. He's just going to throw those little Omaha route. You just see the corner. He's got outside technique. He's just going to jump it. It's almost like Flacco just actually came from the inside. It was Jamison Crowder that ran the little shoot route. He just threw it out there like he felt he had an easy throw to the flat. He just doesn't really drive the ball. And you can see Campbell, that's just too easy. Just a mistake you simply can't make, thrown out of your own end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point attempt.
Turnovers have been a big story already in this game.
And it is good.
3:20 to play in the first quarter. We're back in half a minute after this from AT&T.
Pardon the lazy cliche, but that was a lightning strike in the Bolts game. Chargers up 7-6. And we got a turnover in the Packers-Colts game. Aaron Rodgers under center, never got the snap cleanly. Ball on the turf, and who's at the bottom of the pile? It's the Colts defensive leader, Darius Leonard. And if you watched and heard a little bit of chatter during the week in the pregame sound bites and whatnot, Darius Leonard wanted to show Aaron Rodgers that he was the best linebacker in the NFL. Leonard has a fumble recovery in the first couple minutes of the game. First couple minutes of the game here in Minneapolis. What's this? Color rush uniforms. The purple people eaters are back in Minnesota.
Look at his numbers over the last 3 weeks, all Minnesota victories. Terrific on third down Monday night in Chicago, a perfect rating.
And what's interesting when I watch Kirk Cousins, he's actually more conservative than he was in years past. And that's what they wanted from him, to be a great game manager. And you see the success he's had.
Second down and 6. Off the play fake. Cousins able to stay on his feet. Can't find anyone. And is out of bounds at the 25-yard line. No gain on the play. So a third down and 6 coming up. That's Minnesota.
Exactly what I'm talking about as far as being more conservative. Kirk Cousins almost gets sacked. Instead of trying to run and force a throw, he gets out of the sack, extends it down, nobody's open, and just throw it away. That's DeMarcus Lawrence giving good pressure. And you know what? I like that the Cowboys, they don't have to bring 5 right now. They can get pressure with just the front 4. It's going to make a long day for Kirk Cousins in the passing game.
Chad Beebe in motion. Empty backfield. Third down and 6. Vikings must get to the 31. Cousins gets rid of it. And Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, picks up a Minnesota first down.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
The Vikings offensive line with Brent Jones starting at right guard for the injured Ezra Cleveland.
And this offensive line, they settled down. That was the biggest thing Gary Kubiak said. They just settled down once they got into their own understanding, the gap schemes and the zone schemes that Dalvin Cook won. They've been lights out the last 3 weeks.
From the 35 on the toss, this is Cook. Dalvin Cook out to the 39-yard line. Gain of 4. Cowboys have had their issues against the run all season long, although much better performance in their last game against the Steelers.
Now let's see if they can improve on that performance against the Steelers. Completely different running attack. This team right now, Minnesota Vikings offense, they want to test your manhood defensively. They don't care about fly sweeps and all that. It is downhill football for the Vikings.
They run right at you. Thielen shifts to the right side. Second down and 6. Cousins looking to throw, in trouble. Down he goes, back at the 30-yard line. So the Cowboys able to get pressure. And it is the safety, Donovan Wilson, who comes up with the first sack of the day for Dallas.
Bringing much more pressure now. You see, we talked about the front 4 getting some pressure instead. They want to confuse that offensive line. You have one guy dropping back, and then off the edge, Donovan Wilson.
The offense right now. Bam, boom, biff.
Oh, close to a helmet-to-helmet there, but they didn't call it. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw with Allen.
Yeah. So clearly Mike McCarthy's challenging that Wilson, as he was sacking Cousins, stripped the football before Cousins was down. The officials didn't necessarily notice it, but the defender for the Cowboys came away with the football. 3rd and long here for Phillip Rivers.
Experiment on the rush. Pass is caught for the first down. Allie Cox ball is out. And Allie Cox may have just given it right back to Green Bay, and he has. He made the catch in traffic, fought for the first down, but then
up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
It was punched out.
And quickly as Allen, that's complete. One gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Safety,
And he's already got 2 catches on the
Oh
opening
boy, Mo
drive.
Cox with the punch out right there. Mo Alley, no problems for the Colts offense. That one stands. It looked like he wasn't down. So we'll have, you might want to look at that one anyways, just for grins in the Colts game. We're in an instant replay review in the Dallas-Minnesota game. Check out Drew Lock on his latest possession.
1st and 10. Here comes the pressure. Davis is on him.
Second and 10.
And also some pressure from Strobridge. Strobridge coming in. Sealer was there. 2nd and 10.
Well, the offense has struggled this season, as you see. Most of the NFL in giveaways. It's updated with 22 now after the interception. 4th down conversions, and of course you see long drives is not something that they're fit for right now. 7 plays so far in this game, only 1 yard of offense. The offensive struggles have continued for Denver.
Lindsay in the backfield, 6 in the secondary, 2nd down 10. Blocked by Reisner, going for Judy.
The catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
3rd down has been an issue. They have the longest 3rd yardage numbers of any offense in the NFL. Probably from a lot of it because of 1st down.
We've shown this now. This is their 3rd series as we take a look at offensive coordinator Pat Shermer, and I'm sure he's frustrated like everybody else. He seems shaking his head. It's how do you get some production on 1st and 2nd down? This is the 3rd time they got 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, and 3rd and 10. It's hard to convert that with those down
the opening script, Tyler will drew up for this first drive going to play. And down the line, 32 yards.
Caught by Howard at the 40-yard line in front of Needham. He got to the 40. It was 3rd and 10. Picks up 14 and King J. Hamler comes up with a 1st down reception.
The impressive part about that, of the 3 throws.
And we are out of the TV timeout, and you see Kirk Cousins sitting on the bench, so that would lead us to believe that Mike McCarthy's coach's challenge was a good one. Dallas is going to get the football here on a sack strip simultaneously to Cousins get ripped to the ground. Dallas' defense has been their Achilles heel for much of the year, but coming up with a big first quarter play here.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Picked
off by the Honey Badger, Tyler Matthew. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. No doubt, very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening
basketball player. Went to Missouri in the Southeastern Conference. 7th-round pick, selected by John Elway.
Make sure you get those.
And it sets up the Cowboys at the Minnesota 30-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Gains a couple down to the 28.
Watch out of the play by Bobby McCain. The rookie Cushenberry brings.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
He's going to take a shot right away.
This is caught inside the 15.
Cushenberry, this ball is going to come underneath, and watch out.
He is down.
Lindsey works his way out.
Territory.
He's just following the block of Cushenberry, taking his time, and kicks it out. Excellent block there by Fant as well to see if he gets over on the return.
You saw that one coming.
And the Cowboys able to
thrown back across his body. Teron Johnson able to pick
down
it.
at 7. Dalton from the shotgun.
10.
He fires, and it's complete. CD Lamb makes the pass inside the 10-yard line.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, making a bad throw, turns into 6 points.
I think it's more late sometimes. I think it's 5 or 6 guys on the offensive line. They go ahead and move, and Cushenberry's in the middle trying to make a call, so the ball's a little bit late. Keep an eye on the whole offensive line. Watch everybody moves, and then the ball comes up just a tad too late.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
Cowboys have gone 5 games without a first quarter touchdown. Bunch formation to the right. Pass is caught by Elliott, and he takes it in for a Dallas score. So the Cowboys capitalize on the Vikings turnover.
And score a first quarter TD for the first time in the last 6 games. And that's a nice job by the Cowboys offense. They went quickly. You haven't seen this formation before. You get two big tight ends out there. Let Ezekiel Elliott do his thing once he gets the ball down.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys, boy, that has to feel really good because Dallas, this is their 5th game without Dak Prescott. That is their 3rd offensive touchdown. 5 games. Zeke's punching it home. The extra point will make it a block. They got a hand on it. Well, Cowboys, you got the touchdown. You got to wait to get to 7, though. It'll be a 6-0 start to the game for Dallas over Minnesota. We go full to Denver.
Wants to take it to the middle of the defense, but Raekwon Davis, 98, does an excellent job of closing that space in the middle of the field. So Philip Lindsay ends up running for about 45 yards sideways to develop what, a 1-yard loss, 2-yard loss. So stretched it out. That's what that Miami defense did that time.
Melvin Gordon in second and 22.
Play action, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the play before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Denver is into Miami territory. You've got Green Bay already in field goal range in Colts territory. We're going to go back and forth now between the Packers and Broncos.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in.
Hand off to Jones. Good play made off the end.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He can come really low. What you'd like to do is try and get as many yards as you can. 3, 5, 7 yards. Get yourself an opportunity for a short
there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slowed down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Why they're ranked as high as they are. They've got an excellent coach in Matt Johnson. He's been
gets the sack.
Rodgers is protected. For the touchdown. That's Tunyon. It's 6th of the year. And 25 yards for the first points of the game. Well, they've got Tunyon right here. He's going to run to the post. They go a corner on the outside with Sternberger. They got 2 tight ends. Sternberger's the one who gets the safety.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline.
Packers score a touchdown. Denver is threatening to get points. We've got another AFC West team here, the Chargers, into Jets territory.
Herbert with time, throwing over the middle. Mike Williams with the catch.
So
to the 15, the 10,
chance
the
to make
5.
amends for the
Touchdown
earlier pick
Chargers.
6. They're trying to run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. At the 2-yard line.
Did he lunge? He's close to the 1. 15-yard catch and run.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report.
Free agent from Pittsburgh began in Seattle, and he has a quick run, 1st and 12 Denver.
And that's where you break tendencies. The defense knows that Bennett's not a guy that they use in the passing game.
It's
You
just
see his
their
knee go
first, so
down
they'll have 2 remaining here
across the
before
goal
we
line.
get to
Good call by the
halftime.
officials, marking it down where they did. But you break some tendencies, you get the defense thinking the guys are only going to do certain things and take advantage of it to go to goal.
1st and goal.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Good looking
Touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra
Lindsay had a run of 20. Watt had a run of 13.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they're already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already got it lined up. Never even got to it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here
They get some points here in the 1st quarter. They haven't scored a ton in the 1st quarter, but now they have an opportunity to tie it up.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and parts they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive.
Tied up at 7 there in Denver. Meanwhile, back in Minnesota, you've got the primetime purple is what these uniforms are called. A couple of you hit me up on social media, at Scott Hansen on Twitter, at Scott Hansen1 on Instagram, and said these are primetime purple, not color rush. So I stand corrected. Thanks for your help. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for contributing. So, Minnesota had a nice pass. I think I'll show you a replay here in a second of a nice pass that got Minnesota into Dallas.
I also wonder if it's going to hurt him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Second down and 8. Here's Cook, comes to the outside and has the first down. Lowers the shoulder. Shannon talked about
Dalvin Cook, leading rusher in the NFL to begin the week, running with purpose on that one. And Adam Thielen having a Pro Bowl type season for the Minnesota Vikings, making a 28-yard grab, and that was the one that really got this drive jump-started for Kirk Cousins and company looking for their first point.
It's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better.
The reason it opens up so much is because the linebackers are sucked in on the run. You get split out wide to the left. Empty backfield on first down. Cousins moving to his right. Can't find anyone. And is out of bounds. There is a flag.
Offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
An area of holding. It looks like they were holding a slot receiver.
So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that. Maybe they get this game tied.
They'll get it near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, here's Cook's philosophy, right? He doesn't brace for contact. He's ready for it. He's ready for it and runs past it. That's what he told me when I sat down with him. But we have been talking about the toughness of this offense all week long, prepping for this game. He gives a lot of study and credit to Gary Kubiak. He said he brought that swagger and toughness to the team. These guys, this offense, they just want to get dirty. And, of course, 33 is doing a lot of the dirty work.
It sure is. Thanks, Shannon. Following the penalty, 1st and 10 from the Cowboys 29. It's Cook again. He spins up the middle. Down to the 26-yard line. He picks up 3.
And talking about the dirty work Shannon mentioned, what I loved was when we talked to Kirk Cousins, he said, hey, we know that we'll run plays that aren't successful, and we'll just continue to run these run plays that aren't successful because we know in the fourth quarter it's going to hit. At the third and fourth quarter, this defense or these defenses, they don't want any more of Dalvin Cook in this dirty offensive line.
Tight ends will be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players.
With 5 carries, 24 yards. So far today, 2nd down and 7.
Now on first down. He hits Beasley right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And there is a flag.
Looks like we got holding on the offense, Kenny.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Offense number 78. 15-yard penalty. Second out.
That's the left guard, Dakota Dozier.
In Indianapolis, 3rd and 13 for the Colts. Phillip Rivers stands and delivers, and catching it underneath is Lino. And a good job as 3 Packers converged on him, fighting for the yardage gain. He got there, 13-yard pickup. Rivers has started 3 of 4 for 35 yards passing.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Getting into that back to the 41-yard line. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Empty backfield. Cousins out of the shotgun.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here.
Cousins steps up.
Just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 20.
Taken out inside the 30 to the 29-yard line by the tight end.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Play action from Rivers. Pass is caught by the rookie.
One more shot before the clock runs out.
And he was hit as he threw it there and forces it incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter.
is ascending to the top spot on the outside, 45 yards in his first score in the NFL.
I'd like to tell you I know what Green Bay's doing on defense, but I just don't. They got guys running all over the place, and nobody's then out on the outside to pick up Michael Pittman. They weren't in man coverage, but it was a fire drill on the back end.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs at 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
To make it 7-7.
To start things out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain.
We got the juniors making plays there. Michael Pittman Jr. just made the play for the Colts. We just had Irv Smith Jr. make a play for Minnesota in the red zone.
He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And then it's knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line by Armstrong. You don't see that too often. Jayon Smith, the best tackler for the Dallas Cowboys, missing the tackle on Dalvin Cook in the backfield.
We have a play in the Jets-Chargers game that is under review. So Joe Flacco back in the pocket, and Joey Bosa hits him right there. Ball comes loose, and the Chargers grab it up off the ground. Now you think, okay, big deal, incomplete pass. The officials called incomplete pass. We'll show you a replay of it in just a second.
On 2nd and 5, the hands off to Cook. Down to the 10-yard line. Wilson's had an active first quarter for this Cowboys.
Here's a second look at it. Bosa coming around the edge, and Flacco. Bang, that happens, and then the ball it obviously goes end over end when it comes out of his hand. Is that enough to overturn and call it a fumble? Anthony Lynn has thrown the coach's challenge flag. He thinks he can get a fumble recovery. It certainly was a clear recovery if they decide it was a fumble.
Decent gain on the scramble at 6.
Now it's 4. Thielen slot to the left. 3rd down and 2. 10th play of the drive for the Vikings. There he goes. Pass is caught by Finley. And he picks up a first down. You called it. He is the top target in the red zone, and now the Vikings with a new set of down. And we can talk about how good Alvin Thielen is in the slot. He's going working one-on-one, going to go inside, just playing off the leverage of the defender. And it's so tough because why? They spread you out, and because they spread you out, you can't get a good double on Alvin Thielen. They set up the offense to where they're forcing the one-on-one option. And Kirk Cousins has been a great game manager, and he knows how to put the ball in there and been very active. Timeout taken by Dallas. Look at Thielen's numbers in the red zone this season.
3 yards on the pickup there.
Greg Rolstad making the announcement.
Not the kind of game that we're going absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. David's around without no center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those top 30 yards for you when necessary.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Watch Flacco, it's kind of momentum. He starts the arm, and Bosa hits him, but he still has his fingers on it. He's still pushing it forward. I think it's the right call. Joey Bosa doesn't agree.
Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
At his 40-yard line for the punt.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
So the Vikings send in a jumbo package with 2 tight ends and an extra blocker, Rashad Hill.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because if you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense will be tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Very active in his first quarter. Looks like he got a shot right on Adam Thielen's hand.
It's funny,
First and goal, play action, and then Cousins, first incompletion.
When they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups.
I'm laughing. Rashad Hill wanted that touchdown so badly, but we're watching Dr. Wilson get there, and
it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them.
Good job by
Thielen. Those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Rashad Hill coming back in, and the last play they tried a little trickeration. Rashad Hill would have been the recipient of the touchdown. Dallas Cowboys very disciplined. Now look for a run play for Dalvin Cook to punch it in.
6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one.
Touchdown, and he will not get it.
Good stand there, Leighton Vander Esch and company standing tall around the goal line for the Dallas defense. Justin Herbert, deep shot, one-on-one, has a man. What a beautiful pass and catch yards for the Chargers, who will be in the red zone.
21-10 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker.
You know what? I thought that play was live. I called it like it was live, but it was actually a replay. Now this is live as the Chargers try a little toss pitch and get it inside the 15-yard line with the touchdown. They will. They'll call it a touchdown for Dalvin Cook. Oh, he just got in there if he did, but they're celebrating in Minnesota.
Here in the fourth quarter, this drive becomes very critical.
He loves to give it to one of his offensive linemen.
And Allen going to be
I think he earned that one. He saw Leighton Vander Esch last time, and he's going to get the ball this time and lower the boom again. Oh, that's on the defensive lineman, Antoine Woods. Hello.
Designs have kind of wiggling their way back into this one.
Right there.
That's right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They've had this season, and everybody that we see and talk to are taking them on, saying they deserve to have won more than they have.
Yeah, 7 losses by a combined 32 points, and all 7 of the losses were one-score games. And the way you get it fixed is, they're not good enough right now to be able to overcome all the mistakes, and Anthony Lynch talked about it. Last week, special teams did them in. You got a block and a punt again this week, and they've got to have I don't say a flawless performance, but they need a clean performance. They need to eliminate kind of some of the self-inflicted wounds in all 3 phases.
Herbert going to throw for it? No, going to pull it down and run for it, and slides down at about the 7-yard line and gets hit by Nathan Shepard.
It's just a mistake by Shepard. He doesn't realize the quarterback gives himself up. That was a good play. A smart play, Greg, something that's encouraging by Justin Herbert sliding. Remember, this is a guy that's taken a number of unnecessary hits, and he's starting to figure out that I've got to be able to protect myself. It's not there. Let's slide and avoid the unnecessary hit. And then Shepard just comes in there and doesn't realize the rules and just tries to knock the ball away.
Defense number 97. Ball's half the distance to goal, automatic first down.
We've had a number of roughing the passer penalties, 11.
Mental mistake by the Jets and a bad one. Automatic first down there. Aaron Rodgers looking and ran out of time. And you know who it is? Justin Houston. Still getting it done after all these years. He's a former sack champ in a single season. Back with the Kansas City Chiefs days, though. But gets it done right there for the Colts.
First and goal. The fake to Balaj. Herbert throws into the end zone, incomplete.
It was well done by the Jets. They don't go if they don't take the bait. Really well done. You see the outside linebacker Basham. He's going to pull up. He's going to pull off, and he comes out. He covers. He sees the tight end the whole way. Nowhere to go with that football. See Hewitt there and Basham. Well done by those 2 linebackers.
Second and goal.
46.
Got to be able to run the ball in this part of the field, Greg. Good red zone offenses have the ability to run the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Little option. Balaj fights his way to about the 2.5 or 3-yard line. They're going to mark his forward progress at the 2.
Meanwhile, at Empower Field at Mile High, Tua Tagovailoa felt a little heat on the backside on a 3rd and 10, overshot his intended target. So Denver's defense gets the job done. We've been stuck at 7-7 there for a little while in the Dolphins-Broncos game.
Man, he's got those calls on his wristband. He's got a couple pages of them. A lot of these rookie quarterbacks wearing them, Greg, because in college they didn't call the plays. They all looked over to the sidelines. They held up a sign, all the receivers, linemen, and backs.
Third and goal. Quick pass to the end zone. Touchdown. Hunter Henry.
The linebacker overruns it. You're going to see Longy, he just overruns the tight end. He's in position, but he just gets out in front of it. He's trying to cover Keenan Allen and just runs right by Hunter Henry.
Jets all around. Number 86, Henry, makes the catch. His 3rd TD catch.
Justin Herbert with another multi-touchdown pass game. That is his 7th straight game with multiple touchdown passes. This does not happen for rookies. It doesn't. We've seen some excellent rookies, and quarterback play has gotten more and more sophisticated with these guys coming in right out of college. But Herbert is doing stuff we've never seen a rookie quarterback do. 7th straight game with multiple touchdown passes, 21-6. Chargers over the Jets. Herbert is also only 1-7 as a starter. He wants to change that number and might be on his way to doing that this afternoon.
Knowing Frank Reich the way that I do and the way he wants to run the football, they're going to continue to get a heavy dose of run.
This one is batted into the air, and that play made by Rashawn Gary. And let's check in with Chris Myers for the game break.
Joe, Cowboys in Minnesota after Ezekiel Elliott scored for Dallas. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown this season. Vikings going for their 4th straight win. Let's go back to Troy, Aaron, and you, Joe.
All right, Chris, thank you. Great job today on the pregame show. Fox NFL Sunday with Chris and Reggie Bush and Charles Woodson pinch hitting. Josh Duhamel bringing him on the air.
I heard Myers had a few good lines today. I'm not surprised.
Chris, 2nd down and 20. Here's Hilton with the catch, and well played out there on the edge by the Packers defense. And Raven Green was in there, no gain. 3rd down and long coming up.
Check out Andy Dalton and the Cowboys on a 3rd and 6. Dalton missed time with a concussion and being on the COVID list and diving forward, trying to get the 1st down. And they will give him the line to gain, 1st and 10, Dallas Cowboys.
And then that's what he went on to say to us, and it looks like the message has been received because even though they've had some mistakes, they are rallying to the ball.
3rd down and 20 underneath. Long way to go for Taylor, and he is wrapped up by Raven Green. That'll bring away to have extra time.
Well done by the Packers defense. That should force a punt by the Colts. We check in live at US Bank Stadium.
He's the most decorated veteran on this offense, so he didn't need the time on task, right? He didn't need to be there, and he's still doing very well and being efficient for the offense.
2nd down and 5. Dalton under pressure, throws it away. Ben DiNucci and Garrett.
We'll watch that Cowboys drive for you, but we've got to get to Denver because we just had a big play. You're seeing the end of the replay of Tim Patrick. We'll show it to you in a play here, but it's red zone for the home team.
With the 1st and 10, fake to Gordon, blocked by Bowles. Here goes the throw, caught at the 10, caught by the tight end Fant.
Block completes that one to his trusty tight end. On this play goes to Tim Patrick, just in the 2nd level of the defense, past the linebackers. Well done, 41 yards for Tim Patrick. Drew Lock, 7 of 13, 95 yards, and the 1 interception.
Back foot, that time getting out in space, and when you throw the ball going downhill as opposed to throwing the ball going sideways or drifting back, you're able to get much more velocity and much more accuracy on the football.
2nd and 1. With 3 tight ends, Melvin Gordon. He's hitting back at the line of scrimmage with a nice play there by Emmanuel Ogbah. He has been a terrific addition to this team, losing 2 on the play. He disrupted it back to the 11-yard line on the wash. Ogbah, who comes from Kansas City, drafted by Cleveland. He has had a sack in 6 consecutive games coming into today.
He's been impressive for the Dolphins, and really when you consider all the pieces that they've put together on that side of the football, he's really been a difference maker. You know, he had the disappointing start to his career in Cleveland those first couple of seasons, and then last year was off to a good season. Ooh, pressure right away.
That was Van Noy. He's playing.
Dallas's drive continuing. This is 3rd and 5, and they'll go run for it. Yeah, Zeke's got it. Well done. The Cowboys shuffled their offensive line a little bit. Zach Martin, the all-pro guard, has been kicked out to right tackle, so trying to figure out some blocking combinations. That one worked well for a 9-yard gain for Zeke, who has 19 yards rushing and a touchdown.
In the flat, they did a double move where they went with a drag fake and then kicked it back to the outside. It would have been there where he could have turned up. It would have been they would have caught it and turned it up.
McManus will try a 29-yard field goal for the lead, the first in 3 games, and through it goes. 10-7 Denver.
He didn't get.
Denver takes the lead at home by 3, 10-7. We'll come back for what could be the final play of the first quarter here in Indianapolis.
State, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
1st and 20 now. Rodgers passes.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
Intercepted by Indianapolis and Rock Ya-Sin.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to
Another
not bring
takeaway
this
for
one
this
out. The first drive will
Indianapolis
start at the
defense. That's why this
25.
Colts defense is so good. Rock Ya-Sin, he baits them. I mean, they're in a two-deep look, and Rodgers thinks he's going to get that hole shot right there. And when Rock Ya-Sin's man goes across the field, it frees him up. His receiver's going to come here. It frees him up in the hole. And so he's able to get underneath that and make a play on it. It was going to, you know, I saw exactly what Rodgers saw when it happened. It looked like he was going to get the shot, but Ya-Sin just played it perfectly. And I mean, that is this defense. They're so disciplined. They don't make mistakes. They really make you earn it all. You think you're getting one thing, and then they give you a little something different. And that's 2 turnovers now that this defense has been able to take advantage of. Andy Dodger, the rookie, takes over at center for the Colts. Offensive line injuries in this one. That's how
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that side.
And that's the end of the first quarter there. 7-7 Colts and Packers. This game is a 1-point game just starting the second quarter. Dallas down 7-6 and has the football right around midfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
This was over the first 9 games, so today with Jack Martin at right tackle, their 7th different starting combo on the offensive line. Cowboys on the move, 2nd down and 6. Here's Elliott, works his way down to the 42-yard line.
Offensive line getting some push for Dallas on that one. You had this just happen in the Jets-Chargers game. Joe Flacco lost in. Chris Herndon climbs the ladder to make a catch. That's a 26-yard free pickup for the Jets, who are down a couple of touchdowns in Los Angeles. One more look at it here as Herndon weaving his way beyond the linebackers, leaping for the catch.
Pollard in the backfield.
And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down
On the slant, it is caught for a first down by Cooper, who had a huge game against the Vikings last season. So the Cowboys convert on 3rd down.
Amari Cooper working on jet planning. He got, that's Chris Jones. He got exactly what he needed. Chris Jones just turned his hips just a little bit to let Amari Cooper cross his face to get that completion in the first down. And the Andy Dalton-led offense has been very smooth right now, very efficient. They've had a nice balance of the run and pass.
Take over at the 31-yard line.
Offensively,
a ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty of it is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound.
Wow, he looked like a wide receiver catching that. And Derrick Hendricks, we talked about how smart he is and how savvy he is. Man, you have to do better. Great play.
At the 31-yard line.
And we go back to Empower Field at Mile High.
Takes us from the 30
up to the 33. We have had 4 3-and-outs by the Miami offense in their 5 possessions today.
Excellent job that time by Tua and Gesicki, recognizing that Jewel came on the blitz, so that's a hot, that's a sight throw that you have to get rid of. There's no one that has him in protection, so you want to test the rookie quarterback, find out if he's aware of that. He was aware of it, Gesicki was aware of it, they made the completion.
So that
This is 2nd and 6.
Alexander Johnson was there. He's an undrafted kid out of Tennessee. One of the top tacklers on the defense. They get a gain of 3.
Kevin, he does lead this defense in tackles, and that was about as hard of a hit that you're going to see. That was right in the gap and knocked him backwards, but not after getting the first down.
Something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
He's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Looks like Gesicki has gotten it and protected it from Simmons with a gain of 4. His Tua's dart was right on the 40-yard line. Boy, he's got a quick release, doesn't he? Talking about Tua Tagovailoa.
Well,
I got so excited about that release. Well, too many vowels.
it's exciting about the release, but that tells you what Justin Simmons has studied, right? On the previous start to this drive, they did the same thing where they had a quick hop to Gesicki, able to start off on first down, get here. That time Simmons was coming down, almost making it into where he could get the interception. Not quite able to get there in time with the increase in play. The is only down in 6. And the spin right here, up there, and around 8 seconds, he's got the capture.
In the 7-7 ball game, start of the second quarter with Phillip Rivers trying to work it down the field on Green Bay. Shakes one, would-be tackler, and this is a sideline ball here. We'll reload for the next down. Rodrigo Blankenship will come on for a field goal. We'll show you that attempt in a moment.
Down marker at the box 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Because that means you can hang on to the ball a little bit longer and let things develop. You don't have to throw with as much anticipation when you know you can fire it at any point in time. Cavallo with a block for Blair. He throws outside on 3rd and 4. There's a catch by Devontae Parker. A.J. Boye, the veteran, is on. It's a first down throw to the 40.
So Rodrigo Blankenship, the trusty rookie kicker, comes on 50 yards, and he stoinked it. Stoinked it off of the crossbar. No good. And let's see if we can see one more look at it. Blankenship, by the way, he's got the unique look with the spectacles, and college football fans remember him from University of Georgia success. He's been really good this year. That one obviously needed one more yard to it, but Blankenship's gone to selling his own merchandise. I don't know what his website is or whatever, but I'm sure if you Google it, you can get a Rodrigo Blankenship t-shirt just in time for the holidays.
And the jet runners are on there for Ahmed. Cuts outside. Terrific speed to the 35 of Denver. Gain of 14 and a first down for Miami.
This play is supposed to go inside, and he bounces it. And as you said, Kevin, just uses the speed to get around Callahan. Gives him a little dip to the inside and bounces it around. Ahmed's been impressive. The coaches talked to us about his talent and what he brings. He mentioned the fact that he's different running backs for the Dolphins this season. And they've been impressed so much that they gave him the start again today. Even though Marina came back today, they kept Ahmed in as the starter. And you see the number of touches he's getting already.
Cavallo on first and 10. Back by one defender. Throws outside. Caught on the play by the former quarterback and maybe not prepared.
Check it out, Green Bay, after the missed field goal. Aaron Rodgers, undaunted by the interception. He's going back to his main man, Davante Adams. How great has Davante Adams been? Missed a little bit of time with an injury, but he's number 1 in average receptions per game with 9. Number 1 in 106 receiving yards per game. And 9 touchdowns on the year for Davante Adams, including a touchdown in 4 straight games. We'll see what he can do today as we roll on.
This drive, getting the ball out quickly. Cavallo is 4 of 4 on this drive, and they're off quick throw.
Second down and 7 Ahmed.
This will make it into the end zone.
Will meet him a little bit near the 30 with a gain of a couple on the play.
Actually, the
second down run with Oregon Brian Flores, Brooklyn-born head coach, 15 years in the Patriot organization. He and their general manager, Chris Greer, have done a masterful job. This is just year 2 for them together. Look at Jayon Brown. A terrific resume to help a young quarterback like Tua and get him up to speed. 3rd and 5, 9th play in the Miami drive into the nickel.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being
Callahan, he's got the first down. What a throw, but what a catch by Parker. Makes the grab at the 24, the gain of 7.
Parker's a phenomenal player, and he was rewarded with the contract after the season.
In the Dallas-Minnesota game, just had a 3rd and 14 for Kirk Cousins. Trying to screen pass to Dalvin Cook, and here come the guys with stars on the helmet. 6 different guys converge to make the tackle. Dallas defense doing the job here. 7 points just on the board for Minnesota, which has been a hot offense in recent weeks as we are to the 10-minute mark.
First and 10, look at the time. Great block by Finley outside Gabriel. Caught by Grant, pressured out of bounds. The one down. Got as far as the 14. Jakeem Grant, catch and run of 9.
you're going to give Tua Tagovailoa this much time, and then you're going to put Grant on Malik Reed. As much as I like Malik Reed as a rusher on the quarterback, and he leads the team in tackles for loss, or one of the leaders in tackles for loss, if you give him that much time, I'm going to take Grant every time against Reed, trying to get open just because there's too much time there and too much speed and quickness to get separation.
Kamara with his 4th NFL start today. Bears camping right there. The next river, Saban at Alabama. 6-minute drive, 1st and 10. Ahmed in the backfield. Smythe trying to get free. And Tua got him. The catch was made, but was he on the chalk? He got the ball. They're converting. And
one official said yes, one official said no.
So they're going out of bounds. Yes, out of bounds.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
He's covered the play by the linebacker, Alexander.
Reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will
by the time he secured it, that second foot was out of bounds.
From our studios in Orlando. Brady's throw.
3 different tight ends with 2 touchdown receptions apiece. Miami tight ends have number of that part of this offense since 85. 2nd and 10. To a pressure, Jersey Jewel coming up the middle and blew that play out. Tagovailoa did the wise thing and threw it away. But Jersey Jewel out of Iowa, the 3rd-tier linebacker, playing well, coming up the gut, disrupts the play.
Right here, Jewel's going to come free. They rush 6, the Broncos do, so it's one more than they can block. They only have 5 in protection because they're trying to set up the screen. Tua has no choice but to throw it away.
Tagovailoa, 56 yards, a touchdown pass of 3 yards on the second drive.
He's been great at protecting the football. You have to be good in this situation. You're already in field goal range at 3rd and 10. Don't force it.
There it is in 3rd and 10. Tua looking, look out from behind, and down he goes. At that time, DeMarcus Walker off that line, comes through, brings him down. The 3rd sack by the Denver defense. And they hold him out. They'll force him to take 3. They lose 9 on the play.
Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
There was nobody open for Tua to go to, and as he sits there and buys out, they only rush 4. The Broncos only rush 4. But when you take that much time, eventually that time's going to run out. It doesn't hurt them because they're still in field goal range, but it did knock them back a good 8 to 9 yards.
The great kickers in the NFL, Jason Sanders with a 41-yard field goal for the time. No Reed. We are tied at 10. Sanders pushes through. He's 21 of 22. Tua gets him in field goal range to tie the game.
The 30 to the 31.
And Green Bay has just gotten into a 1st and goal.
Jones finds his way into the end zone.
And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44.
Clearly crossed the goal line before the ball came out.
And he takes this one down.
Packers are back on top.
To the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. First down carried out for Yellow. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to...
He just has a nose for the end zone. 34 touchdown over his last 30 games.
You can tell who that was exactly right there, but he does a great job filling right there in the hole. And that's just Aaron Jones just finishing off Corey Willis, the safety. And Jones, look at the power that he shows. That's he's been impressive the way he has finished these runs. As physical as he has been.
His 6th rushing touchdown of the year.
They'll run him and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup.
Puts Green Bay back up by 7. Packers have taken advantage of field position twice.
We cut to the Green Bay game so quick because they weren't even in the red zone, and then suddenly they had a goal to go. And this is how. Extra hitting is St. Brown with a Jones trying to go for the pylon. Got knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, but that play started at, what about the 28-yard line, and then he jumped in to a 1st and goal. The very next play, Aaron Jones caps it off. 14-7, Green Bay with a lead in Indianapolis. A lot of would-be playoff teams are watching the scoreboard for that one as the Colts and Packers figure to be playoff contenders for the next month and a half of the regular season. Hey, by the way, in that Miami game, let's rewind to the first quarter. Remember when Miami picked off Drew Lock? What's the official when the team goes to celebrate, right? This is the interception thrown by Drew Lock, and they do one of these group celebrations. Come on, Dolphins, let's go. Hey, let's go celebrate. Let's watch the left side of your screen. Whoa! It's a stampede, and the official gets, look out. Now, we think he was fine. He had to cover up right there. It's like, I went running with wolves and blow his name one time. That's when people die around the ground. He looked okay. Got a little bit of medical attention and everything. Watching everything here on NFL Red Zone. Well, up in the luxury suite at U.S. Bank Stadium, Mr. and Mrs. Jones looking on as their team trails by 1.
And now you're down an even bigger margin.
Lamb in motion takes the handoff from Dalton across midfield to the Minnesota 46-yard line. A gain of 6 as we head west. Chris Myers.
Yeah, he's heading back to Indianapolis after the Colts miss a 50-yard field goal try. Aaron Jones with a 6-rushing touchdown. Green Bay believes they need to win to stay ahead of 8-2 New Orleans for the NFC top seed. Go back to Minnesota to get it done.
Our thanks to the Saints with a 24-9 victory over the Falcons early in today. Doing it without Will Breeze. Here is Elliott. He picks up a first down and
do a game rewind in this one. A fake punt by the Vikings, and it looks like they got it, right? The gunner on the outside lined up in a wide out position over there. However, penalty flag came in, an illegal shift. They did some movement to get Dallas to look, and he was trying to signal to him. So the punter picked it up, but ultimately, it was all for naught. They had to re-kick after that illegal shift.
First and 10 from the Vikings. 39, here's Elliott. And getting back to Taysom Hill on the Saints, Jonathan. You and I, along with Shannon, may have been the only people in North America not surprised when we heard that Hill would start the game. When we were at the Saints game earlier this season, we asked Sean Payton who would come in if Breeze were to get hurt. He said mid-game it would most likely be Winston because Taysom Hill does so many other things on special teams, on offense. But he said if we had an entire week to prepare for an opponent, then it would probably be Taysom Hill.
And it was Taysom Hill. I love the difference of what Sean Payton did as far as the game plan.
Second down at 6. Here's Elliott. Taysom Hill not only completed 18 of 23 passes for the Saints, but he was the leading rusher for the Orleans. 10 carries, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. How about Chase Claypool of the Steelers? 10 touchdowns over the first 10 games. And P.J. Walker starting for Carolina for the injured Teddy Bridgewater. First career start. And a win, 20-0 over the Detroit Lions.
How about Carolina? You could have left them for dead after Tampa Bay put a whooping on them. Starting quarterback is out. Craig Matt Rule in that offense rallying the Carolina Panthers offense to a 20-0 victory. That's really good.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard
timeout
line.
taken by the Cowboys.
All right, we'll go to the scoreboard here with Dallas taking their second timeout. That one at the exact halfway point of the second quarter. We'll pick up that drive from Minnesota 30 when they go. We just had some action in the Colts and Green Bay game, so let's go back to Lucas Oil Stadium. Empty backfield for Phillip Rivers. He's going to throw it on 1st and 10. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage and picked off, bobbled there for a second, but Christian Kirksey, number 58, does get the interception, and that's instant field goal range for Aaron Rodgers and the guys. Let's go do one of the celebrations here. Don't trample an official on the way there, fellas. We are back live here with Matt LaFleur. No one talks about what a great job Matt LaFleur does. All he's done in the regular season in 2 years so far, 20-5 in the regular season. Thank you very much, Matt LaFleur.
Split out Jay Sternberger. He's out wide. They get an easy completion for him. Great yards.
Defense stiffens and pushes this
might be a lot of different ways.
Frank Wright.
what he's meant to Indianapolis, and Matt LaFleur, you know, he kind of had a meteoric rise to the head coaching ranks as well. He's the offensive coordinator there the 1 year in Tennessee, and then he gets this job, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who are kind of wondering about that. He's coached his son, he's been around the game, but he is outstanding as an offensive coach. And I know that Aaron Rodgers has loved it because, you know, a lot of people don't think scheme is important. It's all about the player. Matt LaFleur has proved that scheme is really important to have success on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Sternberger makes the catch.
Out of bounds inside.
We'll see what they can do.
Sets up first and goal at the 5, where he's knocked out by Kenny Moore. So you get the running game going the way that they have, and then you've got to defend it all. And that's when this offense is really at its best. They're running the ball, and then you've got the play action off of it, and they'll start taking the shots down the field.
See what they have up their sleeve. They're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Just inside the 5. Quick throw, Adams, the play game touchdown. What a beautiful play by Green Bay.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Talk about speed. How about there on the edge with the wide receiver screen for Davante Adams. We've seen him run the ball inside down here with Aaron Jones. This time they get the ball out quick. They got blockers out in front of Davante Adams. And so the Colts they're kind of crammed down inside, expecting the inside run game, and they get...
Yeah, I told you we'd see it. And then Davante Adams, 5 straight games with a touchdown reception, the longest active streak in the NFL. 3rd and short for the Cowboys. They go deep. They didn't get it. They did not get it. One of the biggest, strongest backs in the game got stopped when he needed 1 yard. Let's listen in.
Man, you couldn't time that any better. Harrison Smith coming off the edge right there. You can't time that any better than Harrison Smith did it. Here's what's so smart about it. He only came down after the Vikings offense shifted back into their formation. You know, young safeties that get a little anxious and they go out there too soon. Instead, he waited, let them come in, get the blitz. Now, a big 4th down for the Cowboys offense here. Play clock at 2.
Brady now on 1st down.
On 4th down, it is CeeDee Lamb picks up a 1st down and more.
CeeDee Lamb picks it up right there. That was an interesting play call on 4th and short, and it tricked the Vikings just enough. Melvin Gordon, nice gain there. It's a 25-yard pickup for the guy who wears number 25. Back to the Cowboys, red zone drive.
Red zone. Now, this is the 2nd time they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can capitalize again. Get some touchdowns here in the red zone. Put yourself ahead of the game. Gain of 19 yards. Setting up 1st and goal from the Minnesota 5. Come see. Well, the end spins. Gains a yard down.
Good game, man.
To the 4. 5.5 remaining. 2nd quarter in Minneapolis. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Shannon Spake. Vikings leading the Cowboys 7-6. 2nd and goal upcoming.
Yeah, the red zone for the Vikings defense, they love to play a lot of man-free, and it helps in those types of run situations. You don't have the run-pass conflict when your receiver comes in to be the extra blocker. Well, great. Then me as a corner, I'm now going to insert as an extra run defender.
2nd and goal. Dolph looking end zone. He throws. What a catch! CeeDee Lamb for a Cowboys touchdown. Wow, Kenny, I don't know if fans recognize how hard of a catch that was. Wow, looking over his left shoulder.
Gets it down. That's a touchdown.
Going to the ground, gathers it in initially with one hand. A spectacular catch by the rookie out of Oklahoma.
Man, that was awesome. Looking like Adam Thielen from the other side, right? CeeDee Lamb has to adjust. I can't describe how hard it is to look over one shoulder, then fall back with one hand to corral that ball for the touchdown.
His fourth of the season. The extra point is good.
Are you kidding me? 100%. That was the best catch of the day.